At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Do me a favor. Hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't been live in a minute. Again, I haven't been live in a minute, but we're live now. That's all that matters. We are live now. I haven't been live in a minute, but we are definitely live now. So hit that like button, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. I love y'all. We headed to where are we going? We're going to Nigeria on Sunday, y'all. I wish I had some sound effects. I need some sound effects. That's what I need. Can we get some sound effects in here real quick? You got any sound effects? No sound effects? Yeah, I need to download some sound effects. But yeah, we headed to Nigeria in August. Again, we are headed to Nigeria in August 3rd, Sunday. We're going Sunday. We're leaving Sunday. We are headed to Nigeria on Sunday for the Osun Festival. I forgot. August is 3 days away. Y'all, we already passed the halfway mark for the year. Guys, give me a second. Sorry about that. We are headed to Nigeria on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. We are flying Delta out of Hartsfield Jackson, direct Atlanta to Lagos. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Looking forward to it. We're going to have a great time in Osun, in Osogbo for the Osun Festival. We're going to Ife, Oruruo, spend some time in Lagos. Then when the crew heads back home to America, I'm going to spend a couple more days in Lagos. And we're going to have a great time. Yeah, we've taken a direct flight before. So usually I fly out of New York. So we flew last year. We flew Royal Air Maroc. Again, last year we flew Royal Air Maroc from JFK to Casablanca to Lagos. It's just they lost all our bags. Hold on one second, guys. My son is just loud. All right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we they lost all our bags. Like we landed in Lagos and nobody had their bags. So the crew went they went to end up going to Osogbo. I ended up staying behind a night, getting the majority of the bags and then heading to Osogbo. Yeah, and then before that, the year before that, we flew Egypt Air, and I didn't like Egypt Air. Then we flew Ethiopian Airlines, which was cool, but they lost the bag. Guys, always use these right here. These Apple AirTags. All right. Keep these in your check-in luggage. All right. This is a good tip. Good tip. Keep these in your checked-in luggage. 1 year when we went to Sierra Leone, this was November of 2022. We went to Sierra Leone. Again, this was November of 2022. We went to Sierra Leone. We flew Air Senegal. The planes didn't show up. Then when they finally showed up, we flew out of JFK. You know, they lost everybody's bags too. But you know, so I went on a later flight. We had a layover in Dakar, and people were able to tell me exactly where their bags were because of this right here, these air tags. So keep these air tags in your check-in luggage, guys. I'm telling you, they're a lifesaver. In fact, I need to tell my group. But the good thing about Delta is we're flying direct. So going direct from Atlanta to Lagos. So it's not that much room for error. Not that much room for error. But let me tell my group right now. Guys, if you have air tags, I usually travel with them in my check-in Apple AirTag. Also, download the Delta app. Who all is flying? Who all is flying in the day of? Sorry about that, guys. Like, I don't do it now, I'll forget. So, okay. I'm back. But we flew direct from Atlanta to Lagos in 2021. In 2021, we flew direct from Atlanta to Lagos on Delta. And then I think they're bringing back the New York to, which is crazy. I don't know why Delta got rid of that route. I think they're bringing back the New York to the New York to Lagos route on Delta, which I've flown a couple times as well. So I hope they bring that back soon. So I think they're supposed to in October. So yeah, but we're going to Nigeria in August. Looking forward to that. Then in September 21st to the 30th, we are rolling to Zanzibar. We're rolling to Zanzibar. Interested in joining us, please visit donfo.africa. Then in November, we're doing Namibia and South Africa. Got a couple spots left for that. Visit donfo.africa. And then in December, we're rolling. Yeah, Atlanta. It's been. I'll get into that. I'll get into that as well, Willie. And then in December 20th to the 29th, we are rolling to Sierra Leone. All right, this is the first step for citizenship is Sierra Leone. We're doing that in December. So if you want to join us, again, if you want to join us, please visit Donfo. That's DANFO. .Africa. Again, please visit. Oh, I gotta share the screen. Please visit Donfo. That's DANFO. .Africa to learn more. Again, visit donfo.africa to learn more. Yeah. So that's what's going on. And next year we're gonna roll to I want to do Abidjan. I want to do Cote d'Ivoire in a new trip. I want to do Cote d'Ivoire in March for the jazz. There's a jazz festival in Cote d'Ivoire. Is that Cote d'Ivoire? Cote d'Ivoire. There's a jazz festival in March. So I want to roll there in March. And then, of course, we're going to do Senegal. But I might do Senegal in November for the there's a core festival I need to get some more information on. So probably going to roll there. Core Festival, St. Louis. It's in November. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. Happy to see y'all. Sorry I haven't been streaming that much lately. But I got some answers. I have some answers and solutions. All right, we're bringing the solutions today. We're bringing the solutions today for the majority of FBA's issues, gripes, and problems. And it's really simple. And the thumbnail you see, all right, that thumbnail is of John Johnson, the great John Johnson, the founder of Ebony Magazine. The founder of Ebony Magazine. He has a great book called Succeeding Against the Odds. It's a great read. Hold on, I got it on my Audible. Probably the book I've read the most. I love it. It's called Succeeding Against the Odds by John Johnson, founder of Ebony Magazine. I suggest everybody read. Own Jet as well. Own Jet as well. And those two brands have went down the gutter. Went down the gutter. Yeah, Willie Fungo, you're right. Atlanta heat is crazy. Oh, it's hot as hell here in Atlanta. This is like the hottest summer I've experienced in Atlanta since the first time I moved to Georgia in 2000. Yeah, it's hot. It's hella hot out here, as we say in Cali. It is hella hot out here. It's burning up. As my mom would say, you could cook an egg on a sidewalk. You could fry an egg on a sidewalk out here. It is hella hot, y'all. Nah, not like Sac, man. Sac doesn't get the California doesn't get the humidity. Like when I walk outside, like right now, if I were to walk outside and walk around a corner, the minute I get back inside, I'm gonna have to take a shower. That's how it is. That's how the heat is. It's hot. It's burning up. Yeah, but back to what I was saying. John Johnson, founder of Ebony Magazine, founder of Jet Magazine, Ebony Fashion Fair, I believe. Excellent book, Succeeding Against the Odds. Everybody should read that book. He founded Ebony Magazine. And the reason why he founded Ebony Magazine was because the images of Black people in the media during his time were all negative. Again, the images were all negative. As they would say, the only way a Black person got on TV, on the news, if he was committing a crime. So he wanted to see more positive images of Black people in the media. So he came up with Ebony Magazine. I don't know not one Black person that did not subscribe to Ebony and Jet, or at least Jet at the very least. My mom, my grandma subscribed to Jet, and I had a magic trick where I could take the Jet magazine and open it immediately to the beauty of the week. Like I could take Jet magazine, open it up, and flip and open it up directly to Jet Beauty of the Week. I have skills. I have skills. But again, you have a Black man, which would be considered FBA, who decided to not to complain, not to boycott, say, you know what? I am going to start my own magazine. Doors are shut in his face. He was in Chicago, and he spoke on how many people wouldn't rent office space to him because he was black. Even though with all of this, shut up, Elvis. See, Elvis, you a pervert, Elvis. Elvis, you a pervert. Okay. I was able to do that fresh out the mailbox. Okay. When I would get the mail out the mailbox, I was able to open it up. Bam. Elvis, you a pervert. So that's what you be doing, Elvis. You telling on yourself. Pause. Well, they took it out because, see, what happened with black media, instead of being black media, it became DNC media. Instead of it staying and being true to itself as black media, it became white liberal media with a black face on it. That's what happened. That's what happened. Again, it became white liberal media with a black face on it. No. I'm just using John Johnson as an example because there's supposed to be a boycott August 1st. Again, there's supposed to be a boycott on August 1st of African businesses. And I'm like, why a boycott? Why don't you just open up your own businesses? So if you're tired of the African braiding shops, how about you open up your own braiding shops across the street or next door? That's all I'm saying. Take initiative. We're past the boycott and protest stage. I'm just saying. We're too much of a consumer group as black people. Well, we're not going to do that. Somebody said I sound drunk. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, like, how about just open up your own business? But what's the issue with the Africans? I still see sisters going in and out the Korean old beauty supply store. I still see sisters at the Vietnamese nail salon. So what's the issue with the Africans? Separate and go where? I'm just saying. Like, don't boycott. If you feel that strong about Africans, or if you feel that strong about Koreans and Indians and other groups who come into the black community and get rich, like, just put them out of business by building a business of your own. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's what John Johnson did. He found a solution. His solution said, his solution was, you know what? I'm not about to beg these people. I'm just gonna start my own magazine. I'm just gonna start my own magazine. So what's stopping you? All right, I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. Link is gonna go in the chat room. If you disagree with me, you're more than welcome to call in. Same thing with Essence Magazine. Black people sold Essence Magazine. FBA sold Essence Magazine. It's a time, a white corporation. Africans bought it. So why are you mad? If it was about the black culture and preserving the black culture, why you sell it? Like, why'd you sell it? But links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Again, if you want to call in and add to the convo, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. We'll love to get your feedback. We'll love to hear from you. It's been a minute. Again, we leave for Sierra Leone. We leave for Nigeria. Again, we'll leave for Nigeria August 3rd. Again, we'll leave for Nigeria on August 3rd. But links in the chat room. If you want to call in after the convo, you're more than welcome to call in. And people who are in the chat room saying, Don, is you crazy? You talking crazy? Know what you're talking about? Hey, listen, call in. Call in. You see the lady, the story. In fact, let me pull up this story real quick. I think he's in Maryland. All right, guys. Fair use. This is coming from The Good. That's the name of the channel. The Good.
Sends well with email marketing from Constant Contact. Our drag and drop editor makes it easy to create branded email.
This viral braiding shop hosted its grand opening in Bowie, Maryland here recently for their new location. I'm Anaya Falcon, and behind the success of Nadine's braiding shop is a successful story of perseverance from the owner.
The success of opening a multi-million-dollar location after humble beginnings.
I started this journey as someone who is trying to survive. I came to America when I was only 21.
Drico says the pressure to pay for a green card and to provide for her family pushed her to start her braiding career. She says she worked at different salons to show her skills, and clients encouraged her to become an entrepreneur.
And once I was pregnant with my first daughter, and I couldn't go out there again. I didn't have a car. I couldn't drive. I started doing my own flyers, and I would go out there and share.
She started her business in her home. Then years later, she opened a small shop.
We only have 5 or 4 stylists, and we barely have 3 clients every day. We were struggling for years. I remember putting 3 to 4 people renting rooms in my house because I have to pay the mortgage. We were just managing at that point until God sent a stylist, a client who came to the shop, and she did a video who went viral.
Opening up at 4 a.m. was like something that was unheard of. So that is what really like took us off. And then we did braids for $180, which was also unheard of. So with hair included. So those 2 things I just like honed in on and pushed it. And we just kept getting eyes on us.
Social media flames that made room for their new shop that can service over 100 people at a time and has over 400 stylists.
Usually it takes one braider 8 hours, and that's all day. So it's pretty good to come here and be in and out.
But Drico says her success came with some social media negativity.
It is shaking. It is hard. It is tough. That even my kids have to read those things about me and think that I'm failing. when they can't even see me. I have sacrificed everything to be here.
Draco says the negativity is just boosting her energy to take her business to another level. She says helping her clients and braiders keeps her uplifted.
I've been enjoying working with her because it feels good working in here, where there are always ladies. You don't have anybody that bullies you. You have to come to work when you like. You go back home when you like.
Draco says she plans to use her old shop to train braiders.
I know where we're going. It only needs encouragement of those that believe in us and those that really understand the business.
For the good, I'm Anaya Falcon.
Go ahead, Bobo.
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. Now I know you arguing in bad faith, Donis. I know you arguing in bad faith. I get it. But let me say this, right? I agree with you on this. We need to start going, not opening, going to our own shops. There's who was braiding the hair before the Africans got here?
Bobo, let me say something, and I will hold on, Bobo. I will love for the sisters to chime in, and I am not trying to pit Africans versus African Americans, but in 2025, FBA women can't outbraid African women.
That's just not true.
That's the truth, man. That listen, if you a sister in the chat room, call in and you tell me. This is coming from FBA sisters, Bobo.
What type of hands do you think they got? I got braids today. I've been wearing braids since I was a baby. Since I was a baby. Who was braiding the hair before they got here?
I'm saying now, Bobo. I'm saying now.
I'm saying now. Like, what are you saying now? What are you saying now?
Because Bobo says, Bobo, I'll give you an example. Bobo, when I was in college, right? When I was in high school, you did not see sisters wearing weaves. Now that's all you. That's all you see.
Come on.
That's true.
Bro, you gotta stop.
Yeah,
bro.
well, I was at the university. Hold on. Let me finish. I did not all this protective hairstyle. This shit is newer. Like I never heard a sister when I was coming up in high school, coming up in college, talk about protective hairstyle.
When you was a baby,
you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Donis, when you was a baby, you had braids, right?
I did not. I never had braids in my life.
Oh, your mother didn't braid your hair? Like
no,
that's
I never had braids.
Part of our tradition is that you don't really cut the child's hair into.
I wore a fro. I had a fro.
Okay. Well, yes. Well, most of the time, your mama get tired of you running around with the big fro, or your auntie, or your little sister. I mean, your big sister or somebody. And they'll braid the hair. We're the only group of babies, little black boys are the only group. Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, are the only group of boys that braid the hair. Men that braid their hair. They just start doing this. You don't traditionally see African men with braids. You don't see that. So we've been getting our hair braided.
I'm talking about women. The women been getting braids.
Oh, what I'm saying is that who's been doing the braiding? It ain't just been whoever braided the men here would braid the women.
But what I'm saying, that generation of braiders in the Black community, they ain't braiding hair now. They wearing protective hairstyles.
Dinus, you have to stop, bro.
They're wearing protective hairstyles.
Dinus, sisters are braiding hair.
Man, they wearing protective hairstyles.
When we were in slavery, we used to braid the hair to maps in the hair. We used to braid maps in the hair.
Yeah, but those people that were in slavery came from Africa. Don't you know that?
Yeah, so?
No,
okay, exactly.
It didn't. No, it didn't. No. Black American women teach Africans how to do that.
And that's what
Black American women have more braiding styles than Africans do. What are you talking about?
Oh,
yes, micro braids, pinky twist.
If we don't.
Yes, they do. They have more hairstyle. It's more hairstyle by Black American women than African women. That's a fact. African braids in the beauty shop.
To look like us.
Braids in the beauty shop.
Everybody's
Dude,
wearing
if you free game, if you simply
If
go and Google ancient African styles,
girl,
you will
Black
see such a
American women
variety of
used to
styles.
braid hair. So,
show the
do
continuity.
you
Show the
know
Man
where our
sound
continuity.
braiding
crazy as
styles
hell.
come from? Our braiding styles come
I know
from
where our braiding styles come
Show
from,
the
yes.
where?
continuity.
I don't think
Where?
you
'Cause
know where they come
nowhere in
from.
Africa, they have the Black American women style of braiding.
Oh my god.
They
I've
don't.
I'm
never,
telling you,
Where?
this is
Where?
wild.
Not in
I've
Nigeria.
never,
Not,
Man, what you
do
drinking over there,
Nigerians
bro?
wear corn?
It's getting worse than
Do
I thought. It's getting
I'm
do
worse than I
trying.
thought,
Nigerian
man.
women
I'm
wear
trying. I'm
cornrows?
trying
oh,
to
it's
tell
getting
you.
better. It's
No.
getting better. Donis, you didn't let me finish though. Donis, you
Go ahead, Bobo. You got a minute. I got to pass it a free game. Don't pass it
I'm
after
saying,
superstar.
damn, you didn't let me. You stepped on my point.
You got a minute, man.
We've
Go.
been
Go ahead.
braiding my hair before these folks came up here. Period. I've been wearing braids since I was a baby.
But Bobo, where are the folks from that was
What the hell they
braiding
got
the
to
hair,
do with anything?
Bobo?
My mama was born in Cleveland, Ohio, at Metro Hospital.
Okay.
That's the first person that braided my hair. I got pictures of me being a
But
baby.
Bobo,
Right.
what I'm saying is this new generation ain't braiding like that. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I
Oh
get my
my
hair
God!
done.
Yes, they
I
are.
Man, they
Yes,
are
they are.
wearing
African
protective.
women dominate
No.
the braiding industry.
get my hair
That's
cut.
plain and simple.
Hold on.
That's all the man's saying. Right now, today,
African women follow
African
Black
women
American
dominate
women.
braiding.
Diners,
Not true.
Hold on.
diners, Black.
We get my hair.
I'm somebody who's been
I had
braiding
a
my
minute.
hair since high
I had
school,
a
right?
minute.
And
I
I've
had a minute.
personally never seen a Black American braiding salon that is similar to the African salons where you can just
Not
turn up
true.
and get your hair
No,
braided like that. Like
because African.
what Nadine just showed.
New
I
York.
don't know any Black
You
American
from
owned
New
salon
York.
that's moving like that.
You from New York. You from New York.
You know what
New
African
York.
braiding shops known
You
for.
said I had a minute though, but
You know what
Braiding,
African. No, they
braiding.
known for snatching your edges out. Black American women do not like their edges snatched out, so they braid a different way. Africans have no hair regiment. Africans don't be having no technique. They snatch all your edges out your hair, man. Look, I know. I'm
But
that.
but but that don't change the fact. That don't change the fact that I mean you can look around and see that African braiding shops dominate. I mean
No,
that's
they
all Dinus
don't.
is
No,
saying.
they
Yeah, they
don't. No,
do.
that
Period.
is not true
where
at
do you
all.
live?
Yeah, they
Where do
do,
you
man.
First of
And
all,
nobody's
free
saying
game,
who
you're not a
started it
woman.
first, who
You're
does it
not a
best.
woman, so you don't
where
It's
know.
do you live?
No,
who
African braiding shops are
Where
dominating
do you live?
African women hair, but they not dominating Black
Where
American
do
women
you
hair.
where
You
man.
tripping,
A lot of
bro.
women go.
Bro.
Come on, bro.
let me say this
No,
right.
Y'all,
Not only that, they do it
Let me
cheaper
let
too.
me say
You
this
can go
right.
there, you
no,
go to African braid shop,
Let
you
me
can
say
pay
this right.
because
pay
they don't
quarter of
have
you
no
pay a
hair
quarter of the
care
price.
routine. Black Americans women don't like their edges snatched out. Them African women edges be gone. They
Bro,
be gone.
you just making
man,
a
No,
a
I'm
general
you
not,
you
bro.
just
I've been
you
seeing.
just
I can't
talking
even
No,
you
combat
just generalizing,
this
bro.
level of
All
foolishness.
right,
This
y'all.
is
Let
And
crazy.
like, come on,
let
bro.
me African superstar. Go ahead, African superstar.
You didn't let me finish my
That
answer.
that was that was my
What you gotta say?
that
Hold
was
on.
my
What you
point.
gotta say, Bobo? Out of your
You
mama
know,
and braid your hair. Go to African superstar.
it's not uncommon that you're going to get a full panel of men here talking about women's hair and negate what
We ain't
women
talking
are
about women's
saying.
hair. Nice
Now,
but you
try.
can just
I would
ride around
say,
any city and see what it is.
Hold on.
period.
Let the woman talk. Go ahead, African superstar.
I would say, obviously, like I grew up in the 90s, right? Box braids and all that stuff was very popular. And at that time, yeah, a lot of Black American ladies were doing it in their salons, but they still didn't have these large scale braiding salons like the lady that we just saw, where you can turn up without a appointment, turn up without your hair, where they have hundreds of employees. You literally not seen
it
trust
ain't
me.
no braiding
And
shop
and
got
and
hundreds of
and
employees.
contrary to popular belief, braids have been popular across the continent for centuries. There's ancient evidence of this all across Africa. I live in Ghana. I've traveled through Africa. Dinus has as well, and we're telling you this, where all that stuff did not necessarily originate. Now, Black Americans have their own style. They've created their own trends. There's no doubt about that. But we're not going to negate that the same time things were existing on the continent and have historical connections and connotations to where we get these things. And if you go to an African braiding shop, you see those ladies are direct from the continent. So that means they came from Africa with those skills. They have not been influenced by the West in their hairstyle skills. And African women are not the only people that are patronizing those braiding shops, because a lot of African women can braid their own hair. So they don't need to go and pay money at the salons to do that.
You can't braid your. All right, let me say this. Have you ever heard of poetic justice braids?
Those are called box braids. And did you just hear what I said when I started?
Hold on, real fast, y'all. Have you ever heard of poetic justice braids?
Lord have mercy.
Janet Jackson worked in the braiding shop in the movie. She had the braids in the movie. It wasn't no Africans in there. The lady, if you go back and
Jesus Christ, you're talking about a movie?
real life,
Are you serious?
I gotta pass the mic. I gotta pass it back to African about Vovo.
You didn't give my time.
Vovo. She literally
Your time is up.
But Vovo, hold on, Vovo. Again, you're missing the point. Today's generation cannot outbraid the today's FBA generation can. What are you talking? It's the
listen to what I'm saying. That woman got a beautiful shop. That shop is beautiful. Who the fuck want to go get their hair braided at 4 in the morning?
Do you not see how many people she's got coming through that shop?
You don't know what's going on, Vovo. You out of touch, bro. You out of touch, man. You out of touch.
No. I live in Houston. I live in Houston. And from
I literally have braids.
You out of touch,
I'm from
bro.
Houston. I live in Houston and from Louisiana. I know African braiders are not as neat as Black American braiders. It's not true at all.
Can
it's
I
not.
Just this last point? We not when we go get our hair braided, we go to the house. We Black American.
Exactly. So again, you're talking about things you don't know about. You don't go to the braiding salons and get your hair done. So what are you talking about? You don't wear box braids. You don't wear Senegalese twists. You don't get boho braids and butterflies. You don't do all of that.
Most of those braids that
you go to his sister house talking about getting braids
was done in the living room. They were done in the dining room of the home. That's all
right, Vovo. I just challenge you to go by any African braiding shop and go see the frequency of people that's coming in there. Go see how many people are coming in there.
I've been in there. It is some Black American women that is in there.
It's a whole lot of Black American women that go and get their hair braided there.
So I'm trying to figure out what you're arguing about. What you trying to say?
I don't know what he's trying to say.
What you arguing about, though, fam?
What you saying?
My argument.
He's trying to say that Africans don't dominate the braiding game right now, and that braids don't come from Africa; they come from Black America.
No. We didn't say that. We didn't say that. We did not say that. We said African Americans.
For Christ's sake,
I can't.
Let me explain this part. When we have nappy hair, us and the Africans, if we don't cut our hair,
because you are African.
Y'all just
I'm sorry, this is just too much. Dynus, man, you need to. Dynus, you need to do some educational stuff on your channel, man, because it's getting worse than I thought, bro.
Just like Black American women start wearing weave. African women start wearing weave.
Is that not
Lord
true?
have mercy.
Africans and Black Americans not both have nappy hair.
Yeah,
I mean, bro. I mean, that's
what kind of
Native American?
So who started the lace front trend?
Black people got black skin.
Who started the lace front trend? Black Americans.
This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me pass the mic to KD. Go ahead.
Tell you what it got to do with braids, but y'all trolling.
Oh, okay. Let me pass it to KD. Go ahead, KD.
I appreciate you for letting me on, man. Listen, the boycotting African braid shops, absolutely ridiculous. I can't think.
Black Americans don't go to African braid shops.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I can't think of nothing dumber. You boycotting African businesses and you going to Target, which you know, I mean, you going to Walmart, you going to Kroger, you going to all these white-owned institutions that have historically disenfranchised Black people as a whole. But you want to target African shops? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Don't mean nothing. You got another man that's your profile pic. You
And you know
weird.
who that is? You
What they
know
got to
who
do
this
with the
is?
content of what he's
Hey,
saying,
That's
though?
hold
Tariq
on.
Nasheed.
Let me address him
That's
because
Tariq
I love that you
Nasheed.
brought that up. That's Tariq Nasheed. That's
Yeah,
right. In a little braid shop, getting his little
yeah,
twisties done.
yeah.
Right.
And then
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
owner
Exactly. All right.
did some African shit, tried to expose him. Some Pan-Africanist scam shit. Y'all always do.
Hey,
Tried
hey,
to
hey,
expose him.
hey!
That's
It
why
is
you
what it
got that
is.
picture. That's why you
It is
got
what
that
it
picture,
is.
because she took that picture in bad faith. Y'all do the same
What you
shit
mean, bad
everywhere.
No,
That's
it
faith?
why.
just shows the
What you mean,
it
bad
just shows
faith?
the hypocrisy, brother. It just shows the hypocrisy. That's all.
And patronized this braiding shop, and the owner knew it was a
Hold on,
bad
brother.
look.
You
She
ain't
took
even
a
let me
picture of it
finish,
and
bro.
tried to expose
Hold
him.
on,
That
man.
shit weak.
Hold
That
on,
shit
bro.
weak. This how y'all weak
All right,
talk.
let the man
Hold
let the
on.
man finish. Go ahead,
May I
KD.
Hold on,
speak
man.
too,
Hey,
please?
look, like I was saying, man, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you can't sit there and sanely say that you're gonna boycott African businesses while still shopping at all the white-owned institutions that you shop at on a regular basis, while going to the Korean nail spot, while going to the Indians at the corner store. Like, it makes zero sense. These are people who have historically taken from our communities, but we patronize these businesses on a regular basis. But at the same time, we talking about boycotting African
Ain't no
businesses? Come
difference in
on,
the
bro.
African
Really?
and the Asian. Same type of people.
You sound crazy as hell, boy. Because at the end of the day, when the African pull up to an Asian nail salon, they get treated the same way a Black American is, and vice versa. Ain't no
Whatever.
different.
That we all get treated the same shit. That's argument dead. We've been through that in the trash.
Oh, so how's it different then? Go on, break that down for me.
Because y'all don't care. Y'all don't care if the
Well,
African
that ain't even an
y'all
answer, bro. That
smack
ain't
y'all
even an
around. No,
answer.
that is the answer. Y'all don't care if if an Asian smack y'all around and whoop y'all with switches
Bro,
and all
ain't
that.
nobody getting
Y'all
smacked
go
around and
ahead.
they don't care.
Y'all
What you
the
talking
same.
about?
What's the
What
difference
you talking
between the
about?
Asian and the African besides skin color in the
Bro,
black
this is all
the
about
same
race.
type
So
of people.
I don't even
Same type of people.
that don't even make sense. This is all about race at the end of the day. So the difference
No, it's
is
not.
one is Black and one is Asian. That's the difference.
Well, Vovo, what Africans did to you, Vovo?
What Africans did to me personally?
Why are
Yeah,
y'all being so
what's
disingenuous? Yeah, why
Can
are
I
y'all being so disingenuous?
no? That's a real question.
Y'all know
I'm
Africans
wondering
did come over here
what has
talking
Africans done?
crazy. Y'all
Delineation
know
is
they talk
that's
crazy.
fine. The
They
delineation
talk
is steady, and they
crazy.
having a hard time dealing with that.
Say
Dealing
what?
with
Y'all
what?
know.
Dealing with what?
With the delineation, this ain't going backwards.
No, I'm saying
Volvo,
what have they
I'm
done?
just curious.
What have
I just
Africans
wonder,
done?
I want to thank y'all for
have
y'all
you
work.
done a DNA test, brother?
I want to thank y'all for
We
y'all
don't
work.
care about a DNA test.
Of course you don't. Of
Yeah,
course
We
don't
you
don't
care, bro.
care.
don't.
DNA
We
test.
Vovo,
don't
you're
care.
losing. You're losing, really. You're
What
losing
do you
this
think? I'm about
debate.
to swab my mouth
We
and then send it to some foreign company so they can send me some paper back, and I say, oh, I'm 70% Nigerian. I'm 15% Ghanaian. I'm an African. No, we do
It
lineage
it it
check.
it don't matter with
We do
that. It
lineage
matter.
check. We got birth certificates on my ancestors.
It matter when you try and do that DNA test for your kids. It matter then, but it don't
Exactly. It
matter when we
matters
try and
then.
do the DNA
That's
test for
different.
Africa.
No, that's totally different.
That's so
That's
funny.
totally different.
Now, if they can
Uh
give me a DNA test and say Matumbo is my
huh. Hey,
grandfather, then that's different.
let that DNA test say that ain't your child. Let's see if you still gonna take
That
care
is,
of them.
can I come in,
Let that
please?
let
Yeah,
that
Let me just
DNA
make a
test
hold
point.
on.
convict you of a crime.
Hold
Uh
on. Hold on 1 second. Theo, are you done? I'm gonna pass the recorder, then I pass the collar.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, recorder, go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, listen, Vovo, I know you're trying to make a point and you're really, really trying hard, but the more you speak, the sillier you sound. Honestly, I'm going to tell you one thing about how silly you sound. One, the mere fact that these braid shops started with braiding that was heavily staffed by Africans to start off with in a commercial way must tell you that the source of the skill is African. Way back in the 70s, when there was a lot of pride in Africanness, and a lot of the stars and the celebrities were trying to braid their hair, there was no confusion about where this braiding was emanating from. When you talk
Facts.
about styles, I hope you heard the African superstar when she told you that braiding and hair weaving and hair threading has been with Africans way before colonization. And I'll tell you what, it was done by the same methodology that African Americans as you or Black Americans did it. It was a sister to sister thing. You did it for someone and the person did it for you. It was
Why?
not a commercial, because that's the tradition. That's the
Why?
way it was. We
Why?
began to, I'm
Because
telling you,
it's
that's the way it was.
heritage.
You
You
might as
don't
well
know
ask
either.
your
I
mother
tried to
or your
explain it,
sister
but it's
why
so
they
many
were
people
breeding
just
yours. It was a skill
why?
that existed in the
Why
community
though? Why? Why
because
do
that is
why
just the
do
way
That's
it
how
was.
community works, bro.
I don't know.
That
That
is
ain't how
just the
community
way it
work.
was.
White people got communities, Asians got communities. Why don't they braid their hair?
Do they have Afro hair? What the hell?
Because
Too much. Y'all talk too much.
let
Y'all
me
talk
tell
too
you
much.
what,
Now,
Bruh.
I'm gonna give
because
it to you
their
when y'all
hair
This guy
give me
can't
was
be
a chance.
for
not
real.
so
When y'all give me a
susceptible to
chance to
braiding.
speak,
Are
I'm
you
going to
going to
give
let
it to
us
you,
speak
and
and
then
answer your
you can
questions?
steal it. You can steal it and act like you smart
We're
enough and
not
you came up with
stealing
it.
nothing. It's
No,
part of,
what I'm saying is that
because
I'm
Wait,
gonna tell you
wait.
the
Did he
answer.
say steal it? Steal
I'm
Yes,
what?
he
going
did.
to I'm saying that once I give you
What?
the answer, you can steal it and then act like you came up with it. You can
no, because you sound
What?
silly, honestly,
I'm
for an
asking why.
No,
man
go
to
ahead,
be
go ahead.
saying
Vovo got the answer. Vovo got the answer.
true.
No, I want y'all to
No,
know so y'all
you're
can say,
throwing
oh,
things that don't
It's
make
unfortunate
rational
that the
sense.
person with the least amount of information is the loudest, because I can
Basically
guarantee
saying
you have
things
not
that
act
extensively
like
traveled in
Africans.
sound
Africa.
correct. So you sound
You have
Y'all
silly.
act like Africans are the only people that ever braided before.
No, we never said
no,
that. We
nobody made
never
that
said
claim.
that.
That
We
But
wasn't
you're
the
said
trying
point
you're
that was
trying to
made, bro.
disconnect. You're trying
Africans
to
You,
have
disconnect the
traditionally
origin.
braided, and they've done this for a very long time. And if you look at their own depictions of themselves, even all the way up in Egypt, they were braided. We've seen Ethiopians and Eritreans who braid today in a way that is still reminiscent of the way they were braided in the pre-colonial and in the historical times of Kemet. What I'm telling you is braiding has been part of tradition. It told stories. I can tell you that it is so profound as a Ghanaian, and in West Africa, there are certain braid styles that are set aside for married women. It
do
told a
men
lot about
braid their
who
hair
you
in
were.
Ghana?
This
Do
I'm
man,
do
this
hearing
men
man,
you
this
do
right
man,
men
this
now.
braid
man,
their hair?
this man talking
Do
about a country that's 250 years
do
old
do
versus something
men
people
I
been
do
know.
men
doing
braid
I
for
ma'am
several
listen.
ma'am
I'm
centuries.
just telling
ma'am
you about the
ma'am
geographical issue right now.
ma'am
If you want me to call
ma'am
it something else, I will. Yes,
ma'am
sir.
ma'am
Yes.
do men braid their hair in Ghana? I'm just curious. Is that
Yes, they do.
I would. Yes, they
where
do,
at?
and
Hey,
that's
Vovo, let me ask you this. Vovo,
okay.
when do you
I
think?
live in I live
Let
in
me ask this
Ghana. Yes,
question. Let me
they
ask this
do.
I
question
will
real
tell
quick.
you something.
Let me ask you one question. Vovo,
Please,
when
will
do
you
you
be
think?
quiet? I
When do
want to
you think
answer
African
Bobo. I
Americans
need
started
Ian.
breeding in
Please
America?
be
When do you
quiet
think that
because you
started?
have
we been
asked a
braiding
very
since the
specific
beginning of
Since
time.
when? So
Beginning
where did
of
they get the
You
skill
time.
want to
from?
learn a thing?
What are you
Just a
talking
minute.
about?
Just a minute.
You
You saying since the beginning of time?
yes.
Well,
Crazy.
Listen to what
Okay,
since
listen,
beginning
so
of
basically it started in
time.
Africa. Is
let me
what you're
No,
saying.
listen.
Okay,
Beginning
okay.
of time
Hold
is
on,
just an
Bobo. Hold on,
expression.
Bobo.
I'm about to drop a
Bobo.
gem
Hold
on
on,
y'all.
Bobo.
I'm gonna drop a
Do
gem
you,
You
on
guys
y'all.
are just
okay, so
listen. This is going nowhere. I think I got to just leave it alone.
did the
I
African
can't take it. Dinus, I gotta go, man. Your
Please.
people is just
Ridiculous.
way
Try to
far
give
out.
these
Too
people
much.
information. They argue with me.
Bobo?
I have
So
Too
been
the
much.
having my hair done
Need
since I was
to go
a
back to
child
Africa.
in Ghana.
Need to go back to Africa. It's amazing how all these
So you think African Americans learned it from Europeans on the plantation?
Bobo.
No, they
So
learned
where
it
did
from
the
Native
Europeans
Americans,
learn how to
Theo.
braid?
Theo.
Where
Listen,
did
you know that
Theo,
in
they learned it from
Africa,
Native Americans.
hairstyle
Don't you see all those Native
tells you
American
your
braiding
status
shops?
in society.
Bruh.
Your hairstyle tells you your married condition. Certain hairstyles are only used for religious things. Do you all know that the hair braiding that you describe is just not a fashion statement? It also depicts the history of the people. And we carried all of this with us during the slave trade era. You people are just refusing to see what is in front of you. I don't know why. It
We're
has
not
nothing
recruiting
to do
nothing.
with
Here we
delineation.
go with this slave trade
It's
stuff.
the CIA.
That
The
they
CIA
can't
made us do it.
prove.
All right, we got
Oh
it.
Lord.
It didn't
Guys, you're
exist.
not
Is that
serious.
what you're
I
gonna
think
say?
this is just a
Hey,
response.
you one of them dudes
I
that
gotta
gonna say
go.
it didn't exist, right?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Let me say
Dinus,
this.
love you,
Yeah, you
bro.
don't
Here we
believe
go
it.
Good
with the
luck.
slave trade
I think
narrative.
this is just too
Slave trade, it
silly.
didn't
I'm out.
exist, right? That's what. Is that
If
what
we're
y'all?
going to
Is
resort
that?
to being, look, these platforms are supposed to exchange ideas, share knowledge so that people can get something out of it. What I see is people come in here, they take a position, it makes absolutely no sense. Even a 5-year-old can see that you're making illogical arguments, and you keep at it, saying, jumping from one to the other. Are you guys adults, or are you just here to
We're
score
not having an
points
adult
for
conversation.
debating?
We're not having an adult conversation because you really do act like a child when you say this. Yeah, aliens did it, but we know that that's your coping. Listen, the reason why now I asked Donis this earlier before everybody crowded in. Do Black Americans and Africans have the same similar texture hair?
Yes.
Mostly, mostly.
Yes.
Most.
Okay. Now let go with it.
If we let our hair grow, it grows. I don't see really African men with the same. To be honest,
Because you haven't traveled in Africa, so you
Go with it.
don't
Go with
see
it, Bobo.
much.
Let's see where you're going.
He
But
ain't
hold
been
on, let
outside
me not
Texas.
finish though.
You're talking to people that have lived and traveled
But
extensively in
let them
Africa, and you're
finish though.
talking
Let
about
them
what
finish
goes
though.
on there.
Live there now. Live there now. Go live there now. Live there
Where
I
you
now.
live
going
there
with it, Bobo?
now.
She's
What are you
right there
talking
in
about?
Ghana.
I know
What
you
the
spent
hell are you
6 months
talking
here and
about?
6
She's
months
in
there.
Ghana.
Hey,
Listen
let
to
them
me.
finish though.
Can
Let them
I
finish.
finish? Yeah, they won't let me finish. If we don't tie our hair down and it's just trolling, laughing over the mic and
No,
laughing.
go ahead, man. Finish. I want to hear it.
Really thirsty because you losing. Our hair grows up towards the sun,
Okay.
right? Braiding is a way to tie our hair down.
Okay.
We now we came up with these styles that's fashion to tie our hair down and to express ourselves. That's why we braid our hair, is to tie it down. That's all a braid is. A braid is a tie down. It's a way to tie our hair down. That's it.
Okay.
So of course, yeah, they know how to braid. They know how to deal with the hair.
Okay, are you familiar with the connotation?
African superstar. Let him
Nobody
cook. Let him
ever
cook. Let him
articulated
cook.
it that like that. You never heard that, but take
Keep
that.
going. Keep
No,
going, bro.
because it's
But y'all
completely
bring it home.
nonsense.
Well, take
It's
that.
nonsense.
You can only get a little bit in a
Go
space
ahead.
He
like
about to
that.
bring it home.
You can only get a little bit in a space
So,
like
so
that.
are you familiar
Come
with
on
during
now.
the slave trade that people would weave
Oh
maps
man.
in their
I
braids?
just told you that. I literally just told
Okay.
you that.
No, you said
Superstar,
braids are to tie the hair down. That there's nothing else to it.
Rewind it 20 minutes
Let
ago if you
him
watch
finish.
this.
Just let the man finish. He was almost done.
He's almost
Yes,
done.
we
Go ahead,
used to
Bobo.
braid
Come on,
back
Theo.
hair.
He was
Yeah,
finished.
No, just
Bro.
let him
Stop
finish
yeah,
though.
you're an African. You weren't here for that. You weren't here for that. So
Go ahead,
the
Bobo.
about that
It's on
is
you.
we didn't need you to teach us how to braid. You didn't just come over here and start. The reason why you got an
Bro, what
African
did
braid,
the
the
same
reason why
people?
you got an African braiding shop is because we braid our hair.
What do you mean Africans
Listen,
came
Okay.
here
I think he
braiding? What
got
do
a
you
good point
mean,
though.
bro?
Yeah.
where's the African
So
braiding shops
black
at?
folks
Where
been
they
braiding.
at?
Black folks
Where
been
they at?
braiding
Where
their
they
hair
at then? Where they
since
at? Where they at?
as long as they've been in America.
Right,
Black folks been.
right. So where
Yeah,
they
they
at?
probably came over here braiding their hair.
Cornrows.
They
They were
came.
braiding their hair before they even got here.
Corn is
Right.
native to America.
So
Cornrows.
yeah. The
Bruh,
skill came over when they
over
came
from
over.
Africa.
It didn't
Exactly.
come
Because it's
over
the
recently
same
and been
people.
here. But
Yeah.
as of 2025, if we look around, who dominates the braiding industry?
Shops. They might got shops, but I don't even think they
Oh my
will.
Black
God.
American
I live in
women
a creek
are
Ohio.
still dominating. They just
Right,
do it at the
right.
house.
Yeah, we do it at the house. We don't gotta. You
Okay.
gotta set up a shop because you're not familiar with the neighborhood because you're new
What?
around.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Because you're new
I
around here, so you
can't. I
gotta
can't.
advertise.
It's getting
Everybody
hairy.
can go right on Instagram or go to write the cousin house.
So
Yeah,
so
people
so
still braid.
would you
I
so
need
wait, hold
call
on.
Chief
I got a question. I got a question. So would you say a house braider does more volume than a shop?
then a whole shop
Yeah.
with different braiders, one house
Right.
braider. Is you
Right.
asking that? Look how bad faith your question is right now. And,
It's a
and
legitimate question. Because
y'all take most
essentially,
of these
but
Africans.
hold on.
Look at
Because
how bad
essentially,
faith it is.
is
One
is
one chick that in
Answer the
her
question.
braiding in her living room does more volume than a whole shop where she done paid to get a license to open the shop, and she got multiple hair braiders in the shop. Why are you asking the question in such bad faith?
But
Because the
Vovo,
question,
you know
hold
why?
on, wait, let me address them real quick. The question is about who dominates the industry. So if I'm asking you a question about volume, and would you not agree that volume has to do with the percentage controlled as far as the industry?
No.
The person who does more
No,
volume is going to control the
no.
industry.
If I took Shaquisha, Nika, Tasha, and Mika and put them all in a shop, they're gonna have the same volume. Is what we
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
you
saying.
no, no,
probably
no,
right.
no, no, no,
Is there
no, no.
any
You
black
changing it.
Americans on?
Hold on.
Is there
No,
any
no, no,
black
no,
Americans
no,
in
They're
here?
no.
capable. Yeah,
You,
yeah. I know some
you
African American
changing,
women who braid very well. But
you
listen,
changing, you
you know
changing the
what?
dynamic.
Hey,
You
y'all, I
changing
got,
the
I got, I got
dynamic
to
of the
pass,
argument.
I got to pass the mic. Go ahead, Wildflower. Go ahead,
Man,
Wildflower.
she about to just go. She don't get her hair
Go,
braided, bro.
go, go ahead, Wildflower. No, don't interrupt her. Go ahead,
Hi,
Wildflower.
hi, panel. Hi, Carl. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's a very interesting topic. I definitely would like to just bring to the attention of the panel that in Africa we've been braiding our hair for almost ever since we
Right.
kind of started living on our continent. You could look at all of our statues, our paintings, all the way back from Kemet to West Africa, Ethiopia. They have amazing braids that are just specific to their ethnic
Human beings
groups.
have been
You
braiding for a
have
long time.
you have the Fulani braids, Ethiopian braids, West African, all different types of West African braids. So to say that Africans don't braid their hair, when you look at the paintings of Kemet people, black people, their
There's no
hair
East
is
African
braided.
braiding shops. East Africans don't braid. Y'all got
Well,
white Arab hair.
well, my hair person
Yeah, they do,
is
bro.
Eritrean. So when you say that East Africans don't braid, have you seen the Habesha people? I'm East African, and when I want to get my hair braided, you know what I say? I want to do Swahili style, and all of us in East Africa know when we say I'm teaching you in East Africa, we call braids Swahili. That's what we do because the Swahili people always braided their hair. So if I am in my country and I wouldn't say braids, 'cause that's not my language. We call that style Swahili style. So when you go to different parts of Africa, we do braiding, but we call it different names. If I want to get my hair
Yeah,
braided
I
right
have to agree
now,
with
I'll go to
Wildflower.
my hairdresser
Wildflower,
and I say, I want the Fulani style.
East Africans
I
to
don't say
me,
I want the Black American style. I say I want the Fulani braids because they're much nicer. They're much more nicer. Or I want
East
the
Africans to
Ethiopian style
me
braids. So
have the best braids.
when you say Africans don't braid,
Hey, y'all gotta let her
when,
talk. Y'all got a lot of golly. Go ahead, Wildflower.
Could I explain
thank you,
the
Dynasty.
African braiding
Thank
Dion,
you.
it's
style?
your
So
turn. Yeah,
when
Dion, it's your turn. Go ahead, Wildflower.
So when you say, oh,
Dion,
Africans,
it's not your
we
turn.
braided and it's a uniquely Black American thing, when you got to think about it, when Africans were brought over to the Americans, I'm sure a lot of them had their hair in braids, what you call braids. So they didn't just forget, just cause they crossed the Atlantic, they didn't forget their language, they didn't forget their customs. They just had to adapt it. So they didn't just cross the Atlantic Ocean and be like, oh, I'm no longer Ghanaian, I'm no longer Yoruba, I'm just Brazilian. These were Africans. What I find a lot of Black Americans do, they have like some sort of
It was passed
amnesia
down.
where they think the moment the Africans crossed over to the United States, they forgot everything, that they literally had the mind wiped. These were still Africans. And I think you guys really forget that. You're not letting me speak. You really forget that. You believe the moment an African person crosses the Atlantic Ocean, they're no longer African.
No, they passed down traditions. Braiding being one of them.
You think the moment those Africans cross the ocean, they stop being African.
Arab come up here and talk crazy to us, bro. Like that's
So, Volvo, you're just now deflecting. You're not listening. So you believe the moment those Yoruba people left on those ships, they stopped being Yoruba. The moment they crossed the ocean, their culture, their food, everything. So the European came and implanted Europeanness in their brain. That's what you believe. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Wildflower, I love the way Tanzanian girls braid.
You don't have
I gotta pass the mic to Dion. Go ahead, Dion.
Yeah, hello, Dion. Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, I try to explain
Dion,
to. Yeah, my name is Dion. Dion means
African name Dion.
Oh,
yeah,
Vovo, let the
African
man
name Dion.
Jesus
talk,
You can
Christ,
man.
man.
okay, Vovo, please.
You're
Okay,
crazy.
let me educate you, Vovo. Dion is part of a Dan
Don't let them
tribe,
get you off your message, man.
right? All right.
Don't let them get
I
you off
am
your
from.
message.
Hey,
Okay.
don't interrupt them. Go ahead,
So
Dion.
okay, so I'm saying I'm from Dan people. Dan people is Liberia, western part of Ivory Coast and Guinea. So in Dan people, you have a Dion name, right? You have a lot of names. But anyway, so the braid style, African braid style, you see a braided hair, right? But for Africans, any braid style you have depends on the activity you want to do. If a lady want to get married, they have some style for braiding. If you want to do start a business, you have a kind of braid you have to do,
I was
and
trying to
that braid,
educate them. They wouldn't listen.
yeah, that braid design you have on your head depends on what energy you are looking for. So even African village is designed based on the energy they want to get, right? So if you go to African village, you have in the square, you have African village with square form, you African with triangle form, rectangle form. It depends. So all those things are based on what we call golden mathematic, right? So you cannot braid your head for whatever you want. You braid your head based on what activity you want to start, right? That's a braid heat. You Volvo, you are FBA, but you deny even your own origin, like your gene, where you are from. You are black people, you are
Why you
African
say
people,
that?
man,
Why you say I deny that?
right?
Why you say I
Even
deny
your
that?
even your name Volvo is an
Man, come
Ivory
on,
Coast
bro.
name.
Listen to what I'm saying before
When
you
you
go on.
say
Why you
Volvo,
deny
if you
that?
go,
That's
please
a
go to
bad
Ivory
faith
Coast.
argument.
Please go to
You
Ivory
don't
Coast
know
and
what I
ask
believe.
people what does mean Volvo. They can tell you.
You don't believe you don't know what I believe. Y'all really like slow for real, huh?
You
Like
you
what
you
y'all well when you say I deny what?
you deny who you are.
Well, how so?
You deny who you are.
How am I denying who I
Because
am?
when I see your head, I see
He
Nigerian
trying to
Igbo
say
guy.
FBA
I see
created
Nigerian
braids is what
Igbo
he trying
guy.
to say.
What?
We can see you. If you go to Nigeria, you can see Igbo guy. Your face, complex, everything.
You ain't never seen no Igbo man look this fucking handsome. That's a goddamn lie. Now you're lying now. Now you're trolling. You ain't never seen an Igbo man look this goddamn handsome. Knock it off. Knock it off.
Man, if you don't calm down, looking in the mirror,
Listen,
calling
knock
yourself
it off.
ugly, that's basically what the hell you doing, man. The same
Listen,
people.
I ain't never said I was ugly. Damn, I ain't never heard that.
You basically are by
I
downplaying,
said
talking about
this
can't no Igbo
goddamn
man look
handsome.
like you.
I'm me. But anyway, I'm not denying anything.
So what are you trying to say then?
What
Let's
you
get
never
to
seen
that.
an Igbo man look this goddamn handsome? I'm
Nah,
not
I
Igbo.
ain't talking about that. I ain't
I'm
talking about that
Negro.
because that's
I'm Negro. I'm from the Nigbo tribe. Nigbo. I'm
man.
Negro.
Come on with all that shit,
Man,
bro.
come on,
You
man.
are come
I'm
on with
not.
all
I'm
that.
not African, bro. I'm Black American.
No, hold on, wait. That's
You can't be
FBA.
you can't be black without being
That's
African.
FBA.
You can't be black without being African. Cut that shit
Y'all,
out.
y'all don't say the same
African
thing
is
about
black.
people from. Y'all don't say the same thing about them people from India. Talking about if they black or not.
People from what? People from
India,
where?
the Papua New
India.
Guinea tribe. Y'all don't say they African. Y'all just want to throw it on us.
Because they
What you
thirsty
mean?
and
Because
say
we
that
are
everything.
not delusional.
That,
We know
that,
that our people were sold in
Let me say
slavery.
this, right?
So why are we going to
The
make
Bro,
up stuff?
reason why this is
bro,
going
y'all
on
came
right
to
now,
America about 200
y'all
years ago
man, can
on a
I
y'all
ship.
finish?
don't say that. Y'all don't
200
say
some
that
years.
about the Fijians. Y'all
Hold
don't
on.
say about the people from Fiji. Y'all just
Nobody
talk
can.
about us.
Ain't nobody
You
stand on
know,
the topic.
because we're
Y'all are the
factual. We
most
don't make up stories. You see, you people
Y'all
make
don't talk. Y'all don't go to the South Americans. Y'all don't go to
we
y'all.
know where our people are. We're not
Hair
making
braid
up
stop.
stories.
The hair, man,
We know the
ma'am,
people who left.
listen, y'all just desperate. Y'all thirsty to be a part to attach yourself
We're
to us.
not. Why we thirsty?
that's
Y'all
Listen, why
like
love
being
we
us.
that's like
thirsty?
Y'all
being
love Black Americans.
that's like being thirsty about your kids. Your kids do some things
You're
that's good.
Bobo.
No,
Why
it
would
That's
ain't.
you
like
be
you being
Y'all
thirsty
thirsty?
about that.
thirsty.
What the hell
Y'all
you
thirsty
talking
to be a
about?
part of our great America. Where was
Bobo,
y'all
let me
at?
ask you.
When
Let
Hey,
me
we
ask you a
were,
question.
when
Bobo,
we
can I
were,
ask you
when
a
we were,
question?
there would be
when
no
we were,
FBA without
when we
Africa.
were,
Period. So
when
what the
we
fuck you
were,
talking about?
when
And,
when
and,
the
and,
No,
and then
FBA.
they get
They wasn't
Bobo. They
doing
come
this
over
shit in
here.
Listen,
South Africa.
let me ask you,
Bobo. They come over here and they
Nigerian
call us a.
people,
They
Nigga
call us a
talking shit
color.
about your
They
parents.
they call us all these bad names, Bobo.
You calling each
Then
other bad names.
but
You
no,
calling
listen,
each other
listen.
bad names.
look,
Cut
look,
that shit
Bobo,
out.
Bobo. They come over
Calling
here.
shit about
They talk about
America.
us. They say we
Boy,
lazy.
you talk about the dude
They
in the
say
next
we have no quota. They say all this, and then want to be a part of it.
Oh, so is that everybody
Listen,
that
listen,
says that?
Volvo, listen, come on, let's be serious. So if a lioness is put in a zoo in New Zealand and the lioness breeds with another lion and they make a baby cub, does that cub stop being a lion just because of
after
location?
after generations, yeah, we've seen this all
Nah,
throughout
you know,
history.
nah,
After
hell
Hold
generations,
no.
on,
the lion becomes another.
hold on, wait. I can explain it. Hold on, wait. Let's
It
use
sound crazy as hell again.
Just real
But
fast.
even if you go back to the
Let me use
dinosaurs,
her analogy. Her analogy. Dogs and wolves share common ancestry. After a while, they became a different species. They became different. We acknowledge our African ancestry. I keep saying it. Every time I come over here, I gotta say that. We acknowledge our African ancestry. I'm not a damn African. I'm not from Africa.
hey,
I
you
don't
know,
know nothing
I'm
about
gonna
no
tell you why.
African.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why that analogy falls flat.
Why?
Dogs and wolves. You talking about millennia? You talking about hundreds of thousands of years to separate the two. You niggas are
No.
talking about 200 years.
Hey,
That's way different. You don't
hold
evolve.
on. Hey,
Are
KD.
they
So
still
I
canine, by the
hold
way?
on, guy, hold on. Let me read these super chats and then hey, Katie, there is a no N-word tariff, but I'm giving a warning now. You can't use the N-word as a $10
Oh
fine.
man.
Okay,
So I'm
my
putting it out
fault.
there now. So okay. Aaron Roselle, thank you for $4.99. Holla, how can FBA delineate when Black America has no treaty with the U.S. government as the Native Americans do? Blackjack 38, thank you for $4.99. Holla, Vovo. Today's FBA women focus on weave installations, not braiding. That's a fact, Vovo. That's a fact. That's their specialty. They left braiding business to African women. That's a fact. Austin GT, thank you for $4.99. Holla. Salute Dynast. Are you going to do a show talking about Dr. Umar Pan-African panhandling or how Akon scammed Senegal? Keep up the great work.
Oh.
The big bad rascal, thank you for $5. Holla. Africans been braiding since Homo erectus times. Big bad rascal, thank you for the $2 holla. Excuse me, I mean FBA, not Africans. Shout out to AJ Niger. In fact, somebody in the chat room was asking if somebody in the chat who's traveled to Africa with me. AJ Niger has been on, this is going on his 5th trip when he comes with me to Namibia and South Africa. Let's see yourself. AJ's been to Sierra Leone twice. Hold on, I'm talking. AJ's been to Sierra Leone twice with me, Zanzibar and Senegal. So that's 4, and he's rolling Namibia and South Africa with me in November. So AJ's in the chat. Thank you for the $5 holla, AJ Niger. All right, let me pass the mic to hold on.
Are you going to do those shows, Donis?
I am. I'll do it.
Okay, yeah. I want to make sure you save me a mic for that Pan-African panhandling y'all be doing.
Hey, but Vovo, you see my point though, right? After 200 years, you don't become a new species. It take hundreds of thousands of years.
No, you become different.
No, not
yes,
after a few hundred years.
All
No,
throughout science.
So how you
all
different?
Throughout science.
You
if
different?
you put the same species on there's pygmy elephants that's on islands.
Tell me how you different.
What's different about you, Vovo?
That doesn't happen after 200 years.
I mean, I can see the difference between a wolf and a dog. What's different about you and the African?
I don't see no African man.
Yeah, I do.
What?
Be clear.
I've seen plenty of Africans you look similar to, man.
If you went to Africa,
yeah, I mean, without a doubt.
You would blend in beautifully.
So what makes you different? What is the change in you? You got Caucasian mixed with you. What changes you?
Probably.
What caused your genetic delineation?
Listen, if I got Caucasian mixed in me, that by definition.
Okay, so you might have some Caucasian in you. Okay. We got to give you that. Yeah, that's true. So you might have a little genetic delineation from being purely
African, bro.
And that's a reality. No, that's a reality.
But guess what?
You African mixed with European.
But hold on.
Africans don't claim us.
But due to colonization, Africans have white DNA in them as well. A lot of them do. So how are you different? Once again,
Africans
But
don't
no, I mean
claim
you got to give
us.
them
What
that
are
though.
you? Y'all are trying to make people claim us. They don't
What
claim
I'm saying.
us.
If I take this cup, right, and I put some water in it, right, and I add some sugar, is it still water?
You might not claim your son, but if that DNA come back,
Is it still water if I put some sugar in this water?
yes.
No, it's sugar water. If I add some pop in it, now it's sugar
Man,
water
you
and
just
pop.
making stuff up, man.
Okay, so you mix. You a mulatto, or what's that called? They had a name for it.
They taking this shit tough.
Yes, that's exactly what Africans say about us.
They're
They
taking it
say we
hard.
mutts.
Y'all
We
taking this
not real
hard.
Africans.
Oh,
They
y'all
don't claim us.
Which Africans say this? Why don't you name the Africans? Where they at?
Nigerians,
Where all
Can I
Nigerians
I've
say
never
that?
heard it.
Can I present
Ghanaians.
you want to hear it?
Where is it said at
Yeah,
though? Where
where's
on
it at?
what?
Who's
I'm
saying
gonna
that?
show you. Giannis ain't gonna play it. I'll show you. I'm the only one that's willing to show my face. Y'all some
We
coward Africans.
we not African, bro. They don't
You
claim
mix.
us.
You
They
Native
You
don't
basically
American?
claim
saying you.
us.
It don't
But when
matter
you
if they
say you're
claim
not
us or
African,
not.
what do you mean by that?
You Native
It
American?
don't matter if they
I'm
claim us or
not
not.
African. I'm American.
This
You
ain't
Okay,
American?
this
gotcha.
ain't Africa. This ain't Africa. It ain't no lions around this
I mean,
bitch.
you listen. You can't argue with that. You are American. You are
Yeah.
American. If you got American citizenship, you're American.
Nope, that ain't true. Because if I move to China, I'm not Chinese. The Chinese people can give me
If you move
citizenship.
to
They
China
can
and you get
love me.
Chinese citizenship, you are Chinese.
That's
You
not true.
Chinese.
No, it's
You are
not.
Yeah.
That's y'all
Chinese.
don't believe that.
You
If
might
I'm
not be Han. You might not be Han.
Hold on.
You
Now
might not be
you're not
one of the
Chinese by race.
ethnic groups, but you
I can be
Chinese.
a Chinese
And
citizen, but
that's the
I'm not
thing.
Chinese people aren't just one
Chinese.
aren't necessarily homogenous now.
No,
And
not right.
that's the thing too. A
Y'all some
lot of these
love
dudes
boys
don't
over here today. Y'all
understand
some love
that
boys.
there's
Y'all
a
eat the
difference
apple.
between
Y'all you see them men like
Hey, I got I gotta pass the mic. I gotta pass the mic to Johnny. Go ahead, Johnny.
What's going on, Prince Dynasty? Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the panel, man. I'm still out on vacation, man, so I ain't gonna get into it too much with them today, man. But I was kind of new to hearing this topic about the this boycott thing. I was trying to understand what it was over. From what I gather, it was like a lady on TikTok that was coming out against I guess she got like disrespected by some Africans at a hair shop or something like that. And she was calling for them to get respect, to not starting August 1st to not do any business with Africans, period. Is that basically what was going on?
No, an African woman came out. She worked in a hospital. She said she do not want to other Africans to work on Black Americans. So the Black Americans in return said, "Hey, we're not gonna go to your business." So this
But
woman was
free game. That's before that happened.
yeah, but
Free
that
game. That's
contribute
before that
most
happened.
to it on Twitter.
Let
The
me say this, right? The African hair brand studio ain't about to go out of business. That ain't a thing. That ain't a thing. This is
So
all
the
real.
lady, so the
What do you
ladies,
think
so the
happens when you
lady,
boycott? What do you think
so
happens
the
when
lady's at
you
a
boycott?
hospital and she says that she don't.
Johnny is just they want to boycott Africans on August 1st.
Oh
That's it.
my God! Don't be
Okay.
biased. There go
No,
Dynasty being
I'm not
biased.
being biased.
He
That's what
being
it
That's
is.
biased
not
That's
again.
biased.
What they want to
Bias ain't
boycott
biased.
for? What's the
That,
why?
you seen that African woman said that she did not want to work on Black
the
Americans.
So
boycott was
because
scheduled
one
before
person
that
says
African woman.
Okay. All right. So, all right. I understand now. I think so.
so
I
a few
guess
people have a
basically.
dispute and the whole world on fire.
Johnny, I'm gonna pass the mic so you can catch up. Let me pass the mic.
No,
Sid
I
Wyatt,
know
go
that
ahead, Sid
I'm
Wyatt.
caught up, bro. I was just trying to understand. I read an article.
Let me just pass the mic. Sid Wyatt, go ahead, Sid Wyatt. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, what's the word? How y'all doing, brothers and sisters?
Good.
I mean, bro, if they why y'all be getting in these arguments with these people, bro? If they don't want to accept blatant facts that they quote unquote African, then just let them not be African. Like, there's no why try to convince these people if they
Yeah, I
want to
agree
be
with you.
if they want to be proud of their quote unquote culture or whatever they view they pseudo culture, let them do it. I mean, It is what it is. My
No,
thing
no,
is, bro,
culture. We are the culture. What are you talking
Bro,
about?
ain't no
bro,
need to if
name,
they bro, if they
bro,
bro,
hey,
We
hey,
are the culture.
can you please act like your grandfather and great grandfather and don't interrupt the man while he's speaking, please?
right, whatever.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so what I'm saying is, bro, y'all need to, if y'all want to be on this FBA stuff, y'all super nationality stuff, bro, boycott the people that's actually affecting, negatively affecting
That don't
y'all's.
matter, nigga. You shouldn't matter about none of
Bro,
that.
can you please act like a man and stop interrupting
None
me?
of that shouldn't matter.
Can you please act like a
Please
man and
stop
stop
acting like a
interrupting me?
man and stop. We are breaking up with you, bitch. Y'all act
Bro,
like
bro,
me
let
and
him
Now,
finish
now,
his
you.
see,
stuff, bro.
this
Relax.
is bro. You are disgrace to African
Yeah,
American
Vovo, you
people. Why
probably
you
wasn't
gotta
even
call
shopping there
another
back
man
then.
out his
I mean,
name,
African
and
businesses.
then you gonna interrupt the man while he's speaking?
Call him
We don't want to
FBA.
go with you
Make
no
sure
more.
everybody
That's
know
all
that
we
this is
Vuvu,
a
let him
Bro,
finish
nobody,
what he's
bro.
saying,
Listen,
dude.
bro.
Let the man finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, bro. You can do all say the ad hominems, do all the other stuff, bro. What if we all being realistic? Y'all's tactics are horrible. Like actually try to affect the people that's having a direct negative impact on your people. Boycott Viacom, boycott all of these subsidiary labels and bigger record companies that's pushing this horrible music on these children.
when you go back to
The big
Africa, we'll do
bro,
that.
can you please be quiet? You've been speaking the entire time. You monopolize the conversation, brother.
The man
You a
trolling
man.
you.
Have some discipline, please. Boycott the people, boycott the stuff that actually matters, bro. Do what y'all ancestors did in the 60s, bro. Boycott the stuff that actually is affecting y'all and then grow y'all economic base. Like everybody's been saying for the past 50 years, but nobody's doing it because y'all don't have the discipline. And the minute y'all actually get in a room full of FBA, it be real problems. Y'all gonna get to arguing about something else that's stupid. So I yield the mic.
The other
All
way,
right.
stop paying us any
All right,
attention.
Dynasty,
Stop paying us
I know it. I know what I'm
No,
gonna say now, bro.
let me pass it to Elvis and I'll pass it to you, Johnny. Go ahead, Elvis.
All right, thank you, Dennis, and hello to the panel in the chat. Look, I think I'll disagree a little bit about the African braiders and African American braiders. I don't think it's a big gap in terms of skill. I think it's just about the pricing, right? Because in college, I had a girlfriend at the time who did a lot of hair, to help put herself through college. Also, I think the prices that Africans charge is a lot less than what most African Americans would charge in their stores and their salons. So I think that's probably what it was. I think the Africans just beat the African American, braiding shops on the pricing. But I do think there's a lot of skilled African American braiders, but they'll charge you a lot more to do your hair. For most people, it makes sense to go to an African who's going to charge you like 120, 130 bucks, spend like 8 hours on your hair. For most African American, that's way too low. So I think that's the big thing. That's why most Africans will have beauty salons and braiding shops, and they're more profitable because they charge a lot less than what African Americans or any other race would charge. But in terms of braiding, look, white people braid. The Vikings, they braided their hair. So it's not about who started braiding first. I think every race of people on this planet know how to braid their hair. It's just that, you know, I think this whole boycott. One second, one second. I think this whole boycott will be a test of strength. Then the FBAs are trying to show their bona fides that they have the power and resolve to hurt Africans, whether it's economic. And I think they're trying to do this. So I'm waiting for August 1st to see if this will have any tangible impact on African businesses, and then maybe the Africans will start to pay attention. But shout out to my brother Carla Genesis, who said he's going to be doing a egusi soup and pounded yam mukbang on the 1st of August to show support to the Africans. So we'll be looking forward to that. But thank you for the show, Dennis. We're listening, man. I'll pass the mic.
Let me say this, right? This is just delineation. That's all this is. The African hairbrain store is not going out of business. But now we can see that y'all different. I hope we do throw the mukbang or whatever, because he's showing that we different. He's supporting the Africans. Yeah, we showing the difference. That's all this is about. This ain't nothing that's real. It ain't gonna be like, oh no, they're gonna lose so much business on the first. because most people ain't really paying this shit no attention. But just as long as we know that we different, this the beginning. This what we doing right now. This is the beginning. Y'all thinking that this shit gonna go backwards or something? No, this shit.
But Virgo, you buy the white man's store, Walmart, Target. You know you're different, but you still patronize their stores.
Listen here, African. You're an African. I don't want to hear the African tell me nothing about no white man.
All right, Didus, can I jump in on my on my
No,
spiel now?
You're not in no position to tell
I gotta
no
pass the mic
Black
to
American
Johnny. I
about
gotta
no
pass
white
the mic to Johnny. Go ahead, Johnny. Go ahead, Johnny.
All right. So yeah, I remember when you first started speaking, Didus, you kind of was explaining how I think it was John Johnson, right? How he came into Ebony magazine because he wanted to put in positive images of black people because he seen too much negative images.
Correct.
And you kind of yeah, was that right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And then you were talking about how it wasn't like complaining or boycotting, it was like actually dealing with things that were going on, with issues that was going on within the communities, and solving problems, right? Within our communities, and not just kind of relying too much on consumerism, but actually having things that's tangible that can lead to real solutions. I think that the ability to organize has always been good with us as African Americans, but it's kind of crazy to see that for the first time in a long time they want to use it against another group that's actually like another part of themselves and stuff, man. So I did read a couple articles and stuff in the midst of all this going on, and it does sound like it's a pretty small like fringe thing going on, man. So I get why people ain't taking it too serious. It's a good opportunity to show the collectiveness of American dollar, but it's not necessarily going to be feasible when most people might not necessarily get their hair braided or deal with a lot of shops specifically built by Africans anyway. So that's kind of weird in that sense to me. It seems like more, pitting people against each other and stuff, which is pointless. But like, I don't know. It seems
Yeah, I
like it's
mean,
just
what stores?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What stores?
What's going to be boycott? I mean, I can imagine a lot of Africans probably make their money beyond African American communities. I mean, a lot of them are
Yeah,
employed. I mean,
it mostly just sound like it
professionals.
was most of it just sound like braids and shit. But they also threw in any others
I
out there.
mean,
Like, I'm guessing like retail customer service type stuff. You know, I don't know, man.
What
It's
customer service they
overall.
got? What customer service they
Bro,
got?
shut up. We ain't
Really?
doing this today, man.
Teach me.
I'm not answering the question. Look it up. Google it.
I'm
Whatever.
trying to think of what's
But
going to be boycotted.
It's a lot of Africans
well, the
working
main thing they
Braves
want to look into is specifically the hair. From what I read in the articles, it was a lady who was upset about her hair, some shit, dealing with some customer service with an African, and then she's like, you know what? Why don't we all show them, this or that, and we could do it all by starting the first to boycott African type business and stuff. It was a ploy to try to put the collective American dollar, and they were saying specifically for black women, right? That's just from what I've seen. That was I guess, the origin of all of this stuff.
That's really all they do. To be honest with you,
But I mean,
But
the
anyway,
reality too is that a lot of
Let Johnny finish. Go ahead, Johnny.
yeah. So yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I see we're gonna keep going in circles and shit, but I did want to ask you this, Dynus. I was talking with some of the bros yesterday. How do we go about if we want you to sponsor a stream for you?
Just email me. Just email me what you want in detail.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I'll put
So
my email in the chat room and just let me know.
Gotcha.
I'll put it in the main chat room. Just send me an email and let me
y'all
know.
should sponsor Umar too, the Prince of
Bro, shut up, man. We ain't doing this today, bro.
Terrible. Umar out here.
I got another week, bro, and then I'm gonna get back on you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no
But I
problem.
appreciate it, Dynasty. That's it for me.
Just send me an email and give me some
Peace,
details.
family.
Hold on, it's Willie's turn. Go ahead, Willie. Go ahead, Willie.
I mean, I don't really know where to begin. I'm kind of sitting this whole thing out on the sideline and just waiting to see what happens.
So why you call in, Willie?
Because of the title more than anything. What's the solution for Black Americans? I'm glad you reminded me. Thank you. I want to ask that
keep
question.
working and keep moving forward.
Hey, Willie, I was gonna ask that too, but go ahead, bro. I forgot
Well,
too. You're right.
I get the point that's made about Ebony magazine, right? Like Ebony has certain issues where they do like the 50 influential blacks or whatever, and for those people in that echelon, if you're not in that, you know, addition, then you're not where you're supposed to be. Politicians and different people. So I get that aspect of it, right? But what's weird about this is it almost seems like Africans in America are inviting this boycott instead of extending an olive branch, saying, well, how do we figure this out? How do we put this to the side?
There's
So,
nothing to put to the side. There's no olive branch needed.
so you just don't think blacks are mentally in
I
control
just
of their
think
diet
I
at all?
really think there's a certain demographic of Black Americans that are just tripping.
Right. So I'm just saying this from the YouTube steam it's picking up, right? Most blacks don't know about FBA, but when it comes to being galvanized behind movements, everyone can historically has been able to sway Black Americans.
Man, they talked
So
about boycotting Asian shops a long time. That ain't going
And, and,
nowhere.
and it never
This
and it never happened. They open it up every day and expand it.
this
And it's
ain't
back
Because
going
on.
we
nowhere.
love the Asians. We love
No,
them.
no, we don't.
We love
These
them.
be
I
disputes
would
between
say
individuals.
it
At the end
was
of the
an
day,
impact in some areas. I would
when
say
it
like with the
That's
Latasha
what I'm saying.
Hollins.
I told y'all
I
what
would
this
say
is.
like with the Latasha Hollins case, right? Those people literally had to move out of that community. Like
No,
there
they didn't.
was no
yeah,
Willie, I
more.
lived in Koreatown. No, they didn't, Willie. The Koreans ain't going
The,
nowhere.
the
They
Asians
they
don't
start
The
come
they
over
ones
started
that
here.
there.
ran
I
that
lived in
store didn't
Koreatown.
go anywhere. You're
The
saying that's a
Asians don't.
historical fact. The Asian woman that was
So
convicted
Willie, well,
but didn't
not
serve any
just that.
time.
I'm talking about the Korean community. They are
No,
stronger
I was
than
being
ever.
very specific though. I
It
was
doesn't
using
matter.
them.
but
The Korean community is still there, expanding. They're every. I mean, that's
Okay, so
just
if your
that
point is that the
example
African
is
community
not
will still
it's
be
a weak
there, I wouldn't argue with that.
argument.
But I was talking about the individual hurt that can happen to certain businesses, certain,
That
you
that
don't
that
care about that. I
Trust
don't
me, that
care.
lady ain't hurting. I know that the Korean community in Koreatown. I used to live there. That community ain't hurting. And that lady ain't hurting.
I don't think you understood
I
the
mean, at
point I
the
was
end of the
I
making.
day,
understand the question. It basically the her. I guarantee
But
you,
there
she's still.
were businesses that sold,
That
correct?
business is still Korean owned. There we
There
go.
were
The
businesses that
Koreans never
sold,
sold
correct?
slaves, Dinus.
There were businesses that sold, correct?
Willie, you're trying to count
I'll
like
take that as
one
a
small
yes.
victory as a win. Like it's just okay. You got one small
I'm saying
victory.
don't
What
minimize the
I am
small
saying,
victories. I get your
the
point.
tallest building west of the Mississippi is the Korean Airlines building that's in downtown LA. The point I'm making, it did not affect the Korean community at all.
I think the Korean community would disagree. There
No.
are documentaries where you have Korean residents and Korean business owners talking about how much
Talking about
certain
it, but Willie, I lived in Koreatown. Okay,
I'm saying it's
maybe
their
there's some Koreans
testimony.
that gave black folks some apathy. Just
All right,
but
well, you
again,
got it.
them
All right.
Koreans ain't going nowhere, man. They ain't gone. They expanded. They got stronger. I mean, come on, man. Come on, Teddy. I'm
Well,
but
popping. Go ahead.
like I said, I'm just sitting on the sidelines waiting to see
Okay,
if
can you hear
the
me?
black community is that galvanized, what's the power behind it,
but
and
it
if the
don't take
African
long before it
community
becomes
truly
see
doesn't need
through.
us.
These
Yeah,
boycotts
yeah.
are very
It's gonna
see
be
through.
see through. Go ahead,
Like
Teddy. Go ahead, Teddy.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Teddy.
Okay. So a couple of perspectives or points that I would like to make. How do the FBA people know that those African businesses are not owned by so-called FBA? Because there are a lot of black folks in America that sell African products. How do you distinguish between Africans and African Americans who sell African products? Wouldn't you be hurting FBA by boycotting those businesses, those people who have
So,
supply African shea butter, all kinds of other stuff?
so
Would
I would
you? And
answer
second,
like, oh my bad.
the
I
second,
thought you
my
were asking.
second point is for going toward the title of this stream. What's preventing the FBA people from reclaiming their African heritage? What's preventing that? What's preventing them from going back, doing the genealogy test, getting their history, all that, all that? But last point. How many FBA have English last names? How many? This is going to this point. That name was forced upon you on your ancestors by the Europeans. The religion, the language, what we're speaking now, that language, all of that. So what were you before that? What were you FBA before that? Did you not have anything before that? Your last name, are you a Smith? Are you Williams? Are you a Clark? Whatever your last name is.
So wait, let's come back to that.
Bet it's not an African name. Bet
Right.
it's not. And they go as far as defend. I'm American, so I'm going to defend what the oppressor has put on me.
Oh wait, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
If they're identifying with their actual lineage, right, who were proud blacks that had these names, right? For instance, the Aboriginals will use this argument about Seneca Village, but there's no record of people at that time calling it Seneca Village. It was called Nigger Village, right? That's literally what it was called. Why? Because tons of Black Americans own property in that space that is now Central Park, right? When you look at the documentation of those homes and like the layout that was done by the people who created the project to create Central Park, you see the names of these blacks who own property in these areas. You see
And
Smith. Hold on. I
Go.
understand your point. I completely understand your point. And I agree with your premise on that, but I'm trying to throw something else in the pot, so to speak, right? So when you see those names on those properties, Smith, Williams, right? And then you see a cornerstone for a church that says AME, African Methodist Episcopal, right? So these people were identifying with Africa. These people were who they were at that moment. Should I be ashamed of being a Smith connected to that Smith family? Should I be ashamed of being a Williams connected to that Williams family? I get where you want to go with it past the ancestors that did things, right? That I'm proud of and I still want to cleave to, right? I understand that white argument, but I'm saying, does that outweigh who we've become? I hope you understand the question I'm asking.
I kind of do. I get where you're going with that, but it's with the FBA people. They're defending that. They're defending. Just put it this way: they're defending the names that were forced upon them. They're defending the religion. They're defending the language. Like, okay, have you ever heard a Black person say, "Well, you don't speak proper English. You don't speak proper English." The language that was forced on your ancestors. They're defending that. Or like going back to what I just said about the name. Well, I'm a proud Smith. I'm a proud Clark. I'm a proud whatever your last name might be. That's the English name that was forced upon you.
Right.
Or I'm a proud Baptist. You know what that religion that was forced upon you.
Now, can I say this right?
But if you can if you can tie it back to your people who did something that you're proud of and want to cleave to, right? At no point can it not be about the white man and just who I become. When you talking Seneca Village, like you're talking 1800s. So this is generations of Black people that were able to accumulate something and build something in the middle of a bunch of bullshit, right? Is there no room to still honor that?
Could I say this?
Those accomplishments supersede a name, though.
Could I say this?
Wrong with
our names is so that's how you identify. That's how you identify. Should Michael Jackson? Should we not? Jackson is a English last name. Should the Jackson family?
That's right. And that name at some point in history, that name
some weird shit.
That name was
like, bro, come on, huh, man? Like, y'all,
And that family operated like Proud Jacksons.
Our name tells our story. That's a part of our story. They stripped our name. We're not embarrassed by that. We're not embarrassed by that.
Exactly.
Super stressful.
Right, exactly.
We're not embarrassed by that.
And another name was
That's the problem, though.
That's a part of our story. We gonna erase history. That's white supremacy.
It's not.
That's DEI
It's not.
right there. That's
No,
telling
It's throwing
this
everything out.
happened.
It
This
ain't
Now,
about
actually
again,
history.
happened.
It's about how
there's
you
the other
He
choose to
side of
mentioned
that
use
the
it.
last
argument
name
that
Williams.
says that
Williams
those
is
of
the
us,
most.
there's the other side of that argument that says that those of us who do get a certain level of consciousness and want to identify with something past that, right? We can give our kids certain African names and things of that nature, right? But
Like what?
I always hate how it's used as a stain to say, well, you have a European name, so you don't know yourself and you're stupid and you're still, you get what I'm saying? Like, nah. At
Like
Brother,
this point,
it is a
at a
stain
certain
though.
point, my argument is at a certain point in history, this ain't even a European name no more. Like, now we took that. This is tied to my ancestors as well. Wherever we got it from is where we got it from, and I don't deny the history. But there's still things in that history that I can find pride in and attach myself to.
That's a
Yeah,
part of
but you'll
our
never.
story.
That.
To your point, where black folks are renaming their an African name. What about Aisha? You know how many Aishas there are on the African continent? Aisha,
No,
Tanisha,
how many
So
are
you
there?
get my
I never
point.
all
seen
those
an African
So
different,
you
named
get my
all
Aisha.
point.
those different names.
You can
It's an
never say
Islamic name,
That's what
bro.
I'm
Aisha
Yeah,
saying.
Smith.
Aisha's Arabic.
So you can
No,
never
Yeah,
say
brother.
that's right.
but
Those
even in
That's
it,
right.
hold on, but even in it being Arabic, it's still an attempt to connect with something outside of this
Exactly.
system of white
Right.
supremacy. So
Exactly.
I can
But you can
respect that.
adopt anything, though, man. You can adopt, and you can't discount the
True
people. I think
too.
it's valid for those who change their name because it's symbolic, right? So there's even your argument about the history. After a while, it's not associated. Like when we think of Jackson, probably the first thing that comes to our mind is a black family, right? The Michael Jackson. When we think of Williams,
And
you're probably gonna
Andrew
think of a
Jackson
black
is
person.
probably
So there's
about the
validity
third.
to that.
Nah,
But
Look,
I'm not
also,
finna think of no
Just for
black
the record,
person when I
I
say
would
them
think
names.
of
just for the
Action
record,
Jackson.
Williams
I
is
would
the
think
most
of
common
Michael
Black American
Jackson.
name.
And then
Last name.
maybe
If you
third,
don't got
I
a Williams in
might
your
think
family,
about
you not
Andrew
Black
Jackson.
American.
I'm gonna think of an Anglo-Saxon when I hear those last names, bro.
Right.
Nah, not
when
Exactly.
you
No,
hear
you don't.
Jackson,
You-
you
No, you
probably
don't.
thinking of
No,
Mike.
you
If you
don't.
hear Jordan, you probably
No,
thinking
you
of
no,
Michael Jordan. Let's come on,
Yeah,
man.
man. How
nah, but
many
Be
no,
genuine.
but I mean,
I'm
if
thinking
you
of
just go,
I'm
Michael
if
just
you
saying
go,
Jackson,
contemporarily, when you
I
hear
mean, we
those
Michael
black
names,
though.
Jackson,
you're
Just a lot.
associating
Joe
them with
Jackson,
the famous
Tito
people who
When you
Jackson.
carry those names.
Michael K. Williams, you
No,
not
no
thinking
matter
about
how.
Anglo-Saxon.
If
Y'all
you hear
forgetting.
Tyson,
Y'all
if you
forgetting.
hear Tyson, who are you thinking of? You thinking of a white guy or you thinking of a
Yes,
black
I'm
guy?
thinking of somebody white.
When
Yes,
you
That's
no,
Come
he's
on,
crazy,
very
bro.
though.
Williams
yes,
is
I
not
know
And
the
there.
you can't
etymology
even
of these
prove, hold
names.
on, you can't even prove to me that
Okay,
Tyson is a
because
white
that's what
last
you
name.
focus. But the average person is not
Hold on,
gonna be
hold on.
like that.
Let's stay there for a second though. You can't even tell me anyone more notable named Tyson who you would think of first.
What do
Yeah,
you
if somebody
mean
say
from a first
Tyson, the
name?
first image
I
coming to
can't
your
name
head is
any.
Tyson.
When I think of Tyson, I think of the European company in Arkansas that makes the chicken. I don't think of
Man,
nobody
come
black.
on.
No, who?
Okay.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
That
Hey, let
Tyson
them.
is
You got to let people
that is
have
the
what they
best
say, though.
No,
connection
but
you're gonna
You got to
get.
give the people the benefit that they telling the truth.
y'all are speaking
Hey yo,
from
I was gonna throw you that
y'all's
love, but
direct experience. But I'm saying it's contrary. At the end of the day, no matter how much you want to uh try to downplay it, at the end of the day, it's those these aren't our names. And anytime somebody put,
on our names.
brother, can you please let me speak?
What does your name mean? It's your story. They
No,
took
it's not.
our
No,
name.
your name denotes your name. The surname. The surname
talk
was
to me, bro.
created
I'm
to
listening.
denote family, to denote clan, to denote quote unquote tribe. When somebody puts
Oh, y'all
their
just got surnames
bro,
in Africa. Y'all just got
bro,
So
surnames.
wait,
bro,
no,
that's not
talk to me,
true.
bro.
That's not true.
You wouldn't. So hold on. You wouldn't
You don't know what
classify.
you're talking about.
Hold on,
Please shut
bro.
up,
Chill.
Talking
Talk
about
bro.
to me, bro.
Can
Talk
you
to me.
please stop, bro?
So
Why
you
you
wouldn't
always got to
classify the
interrupt
Jackson
everything, bro? You have
Five.
no respect for
Hold
nobody
on.
else on the panel.
You wouldn't classify the Jackson Five as its own tribe.
Hey, hold
No,
on.
The
stop, bro.
Let me
Jackson
ask you a
Five,
quick question.
right?
Why do y'all think these names that the slave masters gave us their surnames in the first place?
To
Right.
For
denote
ownership,
ownership. It's
to
Ownership.
ownership.
demonstrate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do you think
It was
Ownership.
anything has
like property.
changed?
It was a possession. It was a name that of possession.
possession. It wasn't necessarily a name, but it's saying this is who you belong to.
Right,
Correct.
And
exactly.
it
You know,
became a
That
surname.
And that speaks
We all
volumes in
understand
itself.
that.
And we still operate in that manner as
Have
a
you
quote
changed your
unquote
name?
culture.
Have you
And
changed
go
your
and
name?
go as far
Yes.
and
what
go
has
as far as
changed?
to
And what has changed since
as
then?
Nothing.
Okay.
The
nothing,
dynamic, the
nothing,
dynamic, the
and
dynamic
go as far
still
as
exists.
to defend that and
Y'all are
defend
too black for
what the
BET.
oppressors have put on your ancestors. These FBA people and ADOS people, they defend that. You go ahead and embrace that. You defend that and say, well, your
Y'all
history
blacker
started
than
at
BET.
the time when somebody else imposed something on your ancestors and they passed that down to you. They defend that. Now, there's nothing, like I said
I
earlier,
hear what you're saying, but here's the point.
People
We
have
are in
the freedom.
2025.
People have the
Aisha
freedom.
Smith is not trying to identify with white.
Yes, she is, because
We're in
Aisha Smith 9 times out of
2025.
10 got a lace running in on the head, and
Tyrone
she loves Louis Vuitton,
Tyrone Williams is not
and
trying to identify with white.
yes, he is. Yes, he is, bro. We
But
gotta stop with this bull crap, bro. A lot of our people, bro, like even the video that
All right.
Dinus
So
played,
wait,
the video Dinus played last week, in
let's
regards to
build on
black
that.
people and shit, bro,
So
in
we should
regards to
all
black
change our
people
names to
not
African names?
patronizing other. Listen, you do what you want to
Change it to
do.
what
What
you
I'm
want
saying
to.
is,
No, I'm
what I'm saying.
asking you for the
No, I'm,
solution.
bro. Listen, do what you if you feel the need to
Hold on,
change
don't
your
do
name
that. Let's
to.
slow walk it. You're
No, I'm
saying if
saying
my name is Williams, I am subscribing to white. I am now agreeing with you and saying, well, now what do I do? Do I make my last name Abubakari? I don't know what
that's an Arabic
tribe or what
name.
people.
That's an Arabic name, brother.
That was a joke.
But
Just
that's what I'm saying. That's
stay
my
with the point.
point. That's my
Stay with
point.
the point.
Is that you have the freedom now and the ability to find out who you are, where you came from. The technology is there. Back then, the ancestors were not allowed to
But
speak their
if
language.
my
They were
Or
not
you
name
can
is
just make
allowed
up
to
your
find
own
out who
name,
you
man.
But
knew.
wait, if
They
my
were
Right.
not
name is
allowed.
Tubman, I want to stay connected to the lineage of Tubman. That's something I'm proud of, even if my heroine was given that name from a slave master. Now she's
Do you
the
think names are
Her
the
heroine.
only
name, brother.
thing?
Her name was Ariel Mentor.
What?
It's not
All
Tubman.
right,
Another
we
question.
can
Another question.
play
Another question. Another
that
question. Real
game,
quick.
or we
No,
can
it ain't
do
no
the.
game. That was
Do
her
you
real
think?
Hold
name.
on, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying.
But let me ask you
We can
this.
play
Do
the
you do you
facts
think do
game,
you think
or we can
names
do
are
the
the only thing?
philosophizing that we're doing. We're
No, but
creating a philosophy, correct?
no, but the thing, the problem with Raz is because a lot of people just contrive these pseudo histories and these pseudo lineages that they don't like. The brother said before. At the end of the day, you can do what you want to do. If you want to make up your own name, or if you want to take
But you've
adopt a name from the
illustrated a
continent,
problem.
that's up to
I'm
you.
asking you as
Yeah,
my
and
brother,
to the,
how do I
it,
correct the problem? If
No,
my
to
last
the
name is
I'm saying do
Johnson,
as you do. The
Yeah,
solution, in
doing
my opinion,
what you want
would
to
to
do.
be find would to find culture that you deem fit, or one
so now
create a
if
name
I just
yourself.
say
But it's
my
right,
name
exactly.
is Raheem Johnson, am I still cleaving? Because that was the original assertion that if you hold this white last name, you're cleaving to whiteness. So now, if
Yes,
it's do
and
what you
to
want to
an
do,
extent, yes, you
hold
are.
on,
To an
hold on.
extent, you are.
If it's do what you want to do now, right? And I'm just saying because I have no knowledge of naming myself Nkrumah or Sankofa
Let me
or
answer the question
Traore.
for you too.
Hold on, right? I have no connection to give myself that name. I've
Mhm.
watched other generations of blacks before me become Mayat and Mratu and blah blah, and they get clowned even when they do that, right? So
Mhm.
now
by
what's the
who?
answer?
Okay,
Let
well,
me answer you.
But
Let
get
me answer
clowned
you.
by who?
Hey, let
Now
me
this is
answer.
how
Let me
deep we're
answer him
gonna
though.
By
get these
by
assertions
other
now.
people that's
Bro,
named
Because the
Jackson and
next
let
Johnson.
me
assertion will
answer.
be
Let me
you're
answer.
here's
claiming
a
something that you
We
aren't.
gotta hey, we
That'll
gotta
be the
stop with
next assertion.
all this talking about clowning and stuff like that.
Let
Black
me
people
Yeah.
answer.
black hold on. I just
Bro,
want to say
what
this.
you do it. He asked a
Hold
question
on,
though. He asked a
hold on.
question. Let me
But let me
answer.
say let me just say this real
I
quick.
get you. Let's stop all the
Black
clowning
It
people,
and
was a
just
black
have a
valid
people.
genuine
question though, right?
conversation.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that black people clown each other for
It was
doing
a valid
anything.
question.
For being a good father, you get clowned. Why are we so focused on
So
people
now,
clowning us for whatever reason?
Yeah,
so
Got
facts.
you.
That
here's
Just
the
don't
point.
even
work.
matter.
Got
It
you.
I'll
just
Got
respond to
works.
that.
It
So
ain't a
here's the
system. It
point.
ain't an institution. It's not nothing physical.
The
Nobody's
point
harming you.
was,
You being
Let me
the
clowned.
okay. Let me
point
answer the
was,
question now.
the point was,
So,
if I
hey,
Yeah,
bro,
go
leave
ahead.
my
let me
name,
answer
if
you. Let
I
me answer
leave
you.
my name as is,
Let me
I'm
answer. You
pleading the
asked the
whiteness.
question.
If I change my name to something I'm not actually connected to, then I become an Egyptomaniac or something like that. So I'm asking you, since you have a problem with black people just leaving their name as is, what's the solution?
Okay.
Hey
I
guys,
think
I
that's
gotta
a
pass the mic to.
You
Let me
being a
pass the
little
mic.
facetious.
I
Okay.
gotta pass the mic to Andre. Go ahead, Andre.
My bad.
Andre.
Oh, I just wanted to know what is the meaning of FBA. What
Fruit
does that mean?
baskets,
It's
Forever black Africans.
buffoons,
I will handle it.
Tariq Fan Club.
scam artists.
If
Tariq
I
Forever
can
Fan
black
Club
without
African.
trolling,
Association.
if I can handle it without trolling, it's foundational big dick American.
Bro, come on, bro. You
Man, get out of here
childish,
with this
bro.
shit, bro. Come on, man. Hey,
You are childish, bro.
dude here,
Y'all done made
bro.
that man take his braids out.
So there's no
Yo,
meaning.
He don't want to have break.
So there's no meaning for that.
Fakes, buffoons,
Yeah,
and
it's
assholes.
a
That's
meaning.
what I
It
call them.
means foundational Black
He
American. It's
already
a
knows
code
what it
which
means
hey
in
man,
makes
you know that's an
twenty
afro
which
you got, Vovo. Vovo, you
2025.
know
All
that's
that
an
shit.
afro, and
All that
you
shit.
know
It
where that
means
comes from, right?
Aboriginal
I ain't
black.
never seen no African man with no braids.
Now
He
let's
That's
look
an
get
like
right
dude
to
off
it
afro.
though.
Tales from the
Let's get right
Hood.
to it. It actually means Aboriginal blacks.
I remember seeing my
That's
father.
an
FBA has
African
two
hairstyle.
stars on its
I
flag.
remember seeing.
The first star is for Aboriginals,
He
people who
just now getting
claim
this, Willie.
my
Nah,
grandmama told me I was a Native American. The
yeah,
second star,
me too.
the second star is for the Ivan Van Sertima. They came here before Columbus, explorers that came to the newfound land. The third star is for blacks like me, who have a lineage that
Not
goes
like
back
you.
to African slavery here in America.
No, you don't.
That's FBA.
foundational Black American state. That's what it stands for.
So it
FBA,
means a bunch of
foundational Black
abos.
American,
This
which
ain't no
makes
goddamn
which
African. This ain't no goddamn African. This ain't no goddamn African.
Black
the
American.
acronym makes absolutely no sense because there were
Yes, it
no
do.
Black Americans and the founding of
Foundational.
America.
Wait,
What do
bro,
foundation mean?
let me
What do
cook it on you.
foundation
Foundation,
mean?
So what is it
foundation means the
foundational to?
beginning.
Yeah,
The
and we were here at the
foundation,
beginning of America.
but
Yeah, we were
they
the
were
black
not
people here at
Americans. There
at
were no Black Americans prior to
we were here at the
1865.
foundation of America.
There were
Period.
no Black
Like when? At
Americans
what point
prior
though?
to
Like what point
1865
are you
when the
considered?
I
country
go even
Just go
further
The
back,
first 100 years,
1776.
the
1492.
first
We could just
200,
go
first 300,
1776. We could just go 1776. We ain't got to
Show
go
me
all the way.
blacks in
1776.
America before
1776, there were no
Were
Black
So
there
you
not
came in
Americans.
over in
slaves?
1777, then you
Were there
Show me
not slaves
blacks in
here
America
over here
before
in
so
1776?
1492.
so
When
Were there
so
not
Columbus sailed
slaves
the
in
ocean
America in
blue
so
1776?
and those
1777 you
crackers
don't
came
count.
over here to America, show me
We go
blacks in America before
1876.
1492.
We go
There
18
were not. There weren't even
That's the
Black
1876.
only proof
Americans in
we got. That's the
1776. Before
So
1776.
1900 don't count.
I'm sorry. What you say?
1870.
Here's my argument. If you're arguing that black people were here in 1870, duh, African slavery had been going on for a long time. If you want to
Yeah.
prove you're Aboriginal, show me yourself here before 1492.
We got to stop
When there were
entertaining them type of
no
Before
conversations
white
though
right,
with
folks
the
came
exactly.
over
Aboriginal
When
here
there
stuff.
were
and before they
there
started
weren't even white
importing
Americans at
African
that time.
slaves.
Hey,
Show me that.
if you claim Aboriginal, why don't you go after the Native Americans for reparations?
Right. That's what I
That's what I
always
want to
say.
know.
Aboriginal.
Don't prove you're
Y'all arguing
Aboriginal.
in bad faith because
Don't
y'all
prove you're
thirsty.
No, that
Aboriginal
ain't no bad
by
faith.
people who are connected to
Y'all arguing in
slavery.
bad faith.
Prove you're
And that is
Aboriginal
actually
by the
that
people
that is
recognized in
actually
this
going on
country
still
as
today.
being Aboriginal.
That's actually going on today. There was
Okay.
just an article like 3 days ago where the freedmen that's on the
I'm gonna come
freedmen's
see you in a
roll,
second.
the so-called civilized tribes are saying that they want to recognize the freedmen. The whole conversation is revolving around us. Everybody's
I
saying
ain't.
You're
everybody's
I
saying
talking
ain't.
the
that. Look it up.
1800s.
Look
There
it
was
up.
a
They say they want to
conversation in the
recognize as a
1700s.
part of their
There was a
tribe. They want to
conversation in the
recognize the freedom that's on
1600s.
the female role.
There was a
Okay,
conversation in the
so then
1500s.
there is no claim to the United States government then with a lot of
There's
so
no what?
that's what a lot of this FBA stuff come from reparations. But if y'all
No,
aboriginals, y'all
no,
supposed to be
no.
going
Stop
after the
making the
Native
straw
Comes
man
from a
Americans.
argument so you can knock it over.
monetized grift.
Stop making the straw
That's
man
where it
argument so you
comes
can
from.
knock it over. You're
That
arguing in
ain't no
bad
that ain't no
faith.
straw man
It
You
argument.
comes
know
from a
exactly what we're
monetized
saying.
grift.
Y'all
No, it
thirsty.
don't.
We
Don't
got
nobody know what y'all.
y'all taking this shit bad too. Man,
It
man.
comes
Y'all
from
taking
Prove
all
your
kind of
point.
history.
Prove your point.
people taking advantage of Black Americans wanting to identify as something, right?
That's facts.
That's what FBA is.
Nah,
Right,
Now
exactly.
the
man.
And the same
reality,
They
thing
want
now
our
the
happened in
identity.
the
reality
US.
of it
Same
is
thing.
Yeah.
a lot of the
You're not
underlying
us though.
sentiment, is real. So when FBA puts out the bat signal, a lot of Black Americans are gonna respond to that
At the
because
at the end of the
they
day,
are
we got the motion.
capitalizing
We
on
got
the
the motion.
underlying sentiment.
Y'all don't got no motion.
But
Pan Africanism is
Hey,
dead.
once the
Look at
conversation
Umar
is
hey,
Johnson,
had,
Vovo,
the top
what
once
Pan
the
difference do it make?
conversation,
the
hold on,
top
once
Pan
the
Africanist,
conversation is
the
Why
top
y'all
all
so
right,
Pan
worried
all
about
right,
Africanist,
let
Pan-Africanism?
him
Why y'all
finish
keep
and
the
just let
top
me
Pan
land.
always bring up
Africanist done.
Pan-Africanism in
Let him
y'all
Y'all here
finish and
begging.
just
conversation?
He
let me
need a
land.
cash app right now. I'm about to donate to my boy, man.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Pan Africanists.
Hey,
The Pan Africanism
Vovo,
is done.
According,
The
but
top Pan
what Pan African is? What serious Pan African is asking for donations?
who else is more serious than Umar Johnson? There is
That's
no
bro. You just disqualified yourself from the conversation. The fact that you make the
there is
fact
no
that you make the assertion.
there is no
The
bigger
fact
Pan
that you make the assertion that he's
than
the
Umar Johnson.
serious Pan Africanist shows how
There is
unintelligent
none.
you are in regards
Ibrahim
There is
Traore
to
is
none
the
more
topic.
asking for
bigger than
cash
Umar.
apps,
You're
and
done.
he's at war.
Our
Ibrahim
so-called
Traore
FBA
isn't
leaders,
asking for
Tariq
cash
Nasheed, who
apps.
you got a picture of,
He's at war.
if Tariq asks for some money, we gonna give him $1 million.
Yeah,
But
when we
but
know
he's
that
not
Listen,
a leader. He's
y'all
not the
fund that
leader.
man
His
nigga,
whole
name is not
lifestyle.
Yeah,
Pan.
We know that.
Umar
top
Johnson.
Pan Africanist,
Hey, yo,
Any
Vovo.
serious Pan
Hey, yo,
Africanist doesn't even
Vovo.
really take
Your
dudes serious
museum
in
is a
terms of
top
hookah
Pan
lounge.
implementation of
Africanist.
any
Hey, yo,
Now y'all want
Vovo.
to
solution
Your
throw him under the bus.
museum
or
is a hookah
Y'all
operation.
want to throw
Like
lounge.
him under the bus. That's fucked
no,
up.
it's not
That's
no
like
throw him under the bus. He
they
has great
throwing
ideas, but
Your museum
nobody
is a
says he's
hookah
no
lounge.
leader.
Gotta read these super
now they
chats. I
throwing
gotta read these super chats. Akil, thank you for the $5 holla. There are millions of black people all over the Caribbean and South America, but Africans look sorry begging these black Americans for acceptance is sad. The big bad rascal, thank you for $5 holla. The difference between FBA and continental Africans is FBA culture is directly influenced by American culture. Chanel Harry, thank
I
you
would
for
agree with
$1
that.
holla. Why isn't FBA boycotting the local Korean shops? Because we don't have any shops of our own. LL, thank you for $10 holla. I noticed something. It's not the Africans begging FBA to be African. It's mostly Caribbeans, Pan-Africans that argue against FBA delineation the most. Okay.
Again,
hey, Vovo,
delineating
what's the
from
point of
what?
delineation?
Yeah, right, exactly.
he asked
Delineating from
Bobo,
what?
what's the
What
point of so the world can know that we're different.
for
We are
what?
different
But
What
what's
that
the
do?
point?
because we are different. If we don't
But what's the
delineate,
point though?
for one, I'm trying to tell you, if you would shut up.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
For one, the world because y'all want to steal our identity, y'all want to steal our culture, y'all
Oh my
cross the culture.
lord!
Y'all
Let
want
the
to,
man
yeah, he
finish.
can't shut up. He can't shut up because he knows that what I'm saying is right.
So,
Why do
Vovo,
y'all
you
bullshit,
want
the
why
bullshit
Now
do
FBA
you
let
want to
on
come
deliver
on, man.
job
Y'all
our
gotta
identity?
Let him
let
finish,
people
bro. You
finish
can't
though.
ask a man a
So,
question and
Vovo,
then
you want
interrupt him. Let him
FBA on
finish.
job
They won't let me
applications?
finish. Why do you think they won't let me finish?
I'm
Why
asking,
you
do you
think this
want
big
FBA
argument?
on job
Just
applications?
let them
That's all I'm
finish,
asking.
man.
Look, they can't, bro. They can't.
Go
Now,
They
ahead.
just
Go
can't.
want
ahead.
him to respond to that as
We
well.
will be erased. It'll just act like everybody wants to steal Black American culture. Ain't put in no work. Now they want to nitpick the cool parts. That's
What you
what.
mean by that though? What does that mean?
When I said when we got Puerto Rican saying we created hip hop, but we can't see nothing hip hop on the island of
But what
Puerto
does that
Rico,
mean though? What happens when that happens?
we get erased. It becomes, oh, we haven't done anything. The Black Americans just been sitting here with no culture, just waiting for y'all to show up. We haven't done anything. You
So that's why
erase
you
our story.
delineating from Africans?
Erase our story. Yeah, you
Can
erase.
I ask you a question?
Hold on, wait.
Wait. Let them finish, man.
Wait.
I want to understand
now that's a good slow
Africans
cook.
delineated first. When you see an African flying a Ghanaian flag, that's saying I'm different. I'm Ghanaian. I'm Nigerian when I fly this flag. They
That's a good
delineated
point.
first. It was a part of our culture to say we're all black, we're all Pan-Africanism. That's our culture.
I'm
he
gonna give you one
recognized that.
example. I know y'all hot.
Yo, come on.
I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna give y'all some homework. Go watch Uptown Saturday Night. That's in the 70s, early 70s. At the end, the climax of the movie was a Pan-African parade here in America. We was doing our FBA culture, and we had red, black, and green all over the place. Our children was out there. We've been talking this shit. That's a part of our culture. The idea comes from us. Pan-Africanism ain't no African idea. That's a Black American, a foundational Black American idea. So you're afraid of being erased?
You be listening to my
We will
argument,
be
but
erased.
you don't say
If we
them,
let you say you created this, and we got the hair braiding from you, and we got the hip hop from you, and it's like y'all wasn't even here. Y'all wasn't here for the tough times. Y'all
I feel
came over
slightly
here
responsible for his argument.
Y'all
I think you conflating a culture with achievements, and achievements are something different.
That's a part of your culture.
Yeah, no, it's not. If you got individuals within your group that have achieved some certain things, this is what the FBA and ADOS want to cling to. They want to cling to these achievements by individuals.
That's a reflection of the culture.
What
are Africans trying to steal?
But those
it's not really culture, though, to be
on
honest.
FBA. Those individuals they claim, most of them claim Pan-Africanism. When they talk about Muhammad Ali, when they talk about Malcolm X, they talk about Marcus Garvey.
Ear hustling trying to so Vovo, how do you know if the people who created hip hop were here before? What did you say, 1870? Yeah. How do you know those people family came here before 1870? We don't got it. What you mean? Because we can track 1870 census, government documents. But how do you know the folks who created hip hop? The young guys who were operative. Have you ever seen microphone check? These are the people that was there on the ground. You can't deny them. So Hurt, like Hurt, right? Hurt ain't in microphone check, and Hurt admits. But Hurt is credited with starting hip hop, right? No, Hurt admits that he wasn't playing no shit from Jamaica. He admits that he was playing Black American music. He admits that. That led to what though? That led to what? American music. It led to more Black American music. It led to hip hop though, right? Ain't that he was just the guy that pressed play. Yeah. That's
wow.
What Hurt
Do you think hip hop? But in regards to impact on your quote unquote culture, has hip hop contributed more positive or negative to your culture?
100%. When we look
So you think it's contributed more positive to your culture than negative?
And let me ask you this too.
You don't know.
I would definitely disagree with that.
Is it the same for Africa Bambaataa? Is it the same for him?
At that time,
African, who the child molester?
Relax, right? No, not her.
Would you say he was a contributor or one of the creators?
Consider like one of the.
No.
He didn't give the 5 elements.
So you don't think no one contributed to hip hop except for exclusively people who were descendant from people who were here before 1870?
What I would say that's more important is this.
This what they
even those West Indians, right?
They saying that nobody fucking knows them.
Even those
Jamaican dress.
Man, he was West Indians.
They said
that were fundamental in creating hip hop. They were identifying with African American culture. They were ingrained in our culture at that time. They were not wearing wicked
though, Willie. That is extremely weird.
Yo, relax, bro.
But that was even hip hop culture was pervasive. It was a subculture in quote unquote African American culture.
I mean, I remember African colors, the medallions, and all of that being part of hip hop.
Hold on, fam.
Right, and Africans wasn't wearing no medallions. I remember the African earrings being a part of hip hop. I remember African elements of African. Right now, Africans don't wear gold chains on their neck. And African right now.
That's what it was about in the very beginning, bro.
That shit. When they dig up that how many hip hop artists do you think can trace their roots outside of Africa?
Bro.
If they go back just 2 or 3 generations.
You're talking to him, bro.
What you mean today, or what you mean? What do you mean? Hip hop artists who, let's say in the 80s and 90s, right?
The reality is
the most prominent one, Biggie Small. Let's say
I mean, a lot of hip hop artists can actually trace their lineage outside of the United States.
Biggie got more shit about more talk. He talked more about gay shit than he talked about.
I just named him, but it's plenty of them. It's plenty though.
Biggie never talked about that. This is Black American culture. It's here in America.
I'm not. We can say Black American culture, but we got to say that any black person in America is a Black American, though.
You can
be.
So
that's a point of hypocrisy for
even if they're from Africa over the last 50, if they got citizenship.
We'll be going in circles with you. That's why we use the term foundational Black American. This is a case study. You as a Theo, I like you. I like you. You can call yourself Black American all you want. Black American, but you'll never be a foundational Black American. So that's
where, I don't get what the significance of that is.
That's where you do get it. You do get it. We'll be going in circles. Anybody can be a Black American. Y'all heard Fat Joe claim he a Black American.
That ain't nothing but Tariq Nasheed's fan club. That's all that really is at the end of the day.
If you got a troll, I bring scholarship.
I'm not trolling. He got the name.
You're more of a fan of his than mine.
You
literally got a picture of the man. You have a picture of this man, and you talking behind the picture of this man.
Hold up. If you Google search Tariq Nasheed and you look up who trademarked it, if you look up FBA,
you're obsessed with him. You're literally talking with a picture of the man.
FBA, it's Tariq Nasheed. He trademarked the name.
You watch him just as much as I do.
Since when can you just as much as I do? Since when can you trademark Lineage? Since when?
You have a picture of him. Trademarking FBA is smart.
Since when can you trademark a lineage? You can't trademark no lineage.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why that's smart. I'm gonna tell you why that's smart.
African culture.
Hold on, wait. One at a time.
Black
trademarking FBA is smart. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna
tell you why trademarking the FBA is smart. Because a fucking Asian.
Black Panther.
Man, get up out of here.
African culture.
Why would anyone?
Black Panther is
why would anybody want to own the rights to what's supposed to be a lineage? Why would anybody want to own the rights to what's supposed to be a lineage?
Somebody else, because people mimic
supposed to be a lineage.
People mimic
the only way you would even think that is if it's a money-making opportunity. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for Tariq Nasheed to make money. That's all it really is.
Volvo, I have a question for you.
Store. He made it because he's promoting it, he's marketing it, and he wants to be the one to benefit off of the proceeds of the name. That's why.
Let that brother Dion ask his question. He got a question for dude.
I hope he make $1 trillion.
Volvo, please listen to me. I have a question for you. Black Panther movie is African culture or FBA culture?
What?
Black Panther is African culture or FBA culture?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you say because it seems like you don't understand what African culture is.
I don't know what you're saying.
Black Panther is African culture or FBA culture? Is which this movie is based on which culture?
Wait, slow down.
Are you saying Black Panther? Oh, he's saying Black Panther. Black Panther.
Black Panther is a movie, right? That's based by African American. And this movie seems to be based on African culture.
Black Panther is fantasy.
How many times, Bobo? How many times did you go see Black Panther?
It's fantasy, you idiot.
Did you see the movie?
It's fantasy.
Did you
see like Game of Thrones, Harry Potter?
Volvo, did you see the movie?
Black culture, though. What is Black culture is Sinners, made by the same guy.
Did you see Black Panther? Did you see that movie?
I partially watched it. I couldn't really get into it.
But at the end of the day, man, Volvo, what you talking about delineating? That's just not. It's not realistic. It's not gonna happen.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
There's a few people in a club called FBA,
no,
but the reality, on the grand scheme of thing, it's too. Nobody can tell you from someone who is a descendant of somebody that came over 50 years ago. You look like you could be from Jamaica, from Africa. You do.
So that's what make you black.
Show the paperwork then.
No, I'm just saying, like you can't. That's what makes it. It's not gonna happen, bro. When people come to the United States, right?
It's already in.
After a generation or two, you can't tell the difference between them
you can tell.
and any other American or Black American.
We're FBA. We deal with
Vovo,
you have no leg to stand on.
This question is directed towards Vovo. So you have seen Coming to America, right? And you understand that those were all FBA actors in there. Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy. They were all playing Africans, right? Denzel Jones. All of them. All of them were FBA. It was
not real.
Right?
It's a fantasy.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does matter. Would you have a problem with that? With African Americans playing non-African Americans in a movie?
What is you asking?
This is inconsequential stuff, though, bro.
Yeah, really, it is though.
FBAs have said this before. FBAs have had a problem with Cynthia Erivo playing Harriet Tubman in the movie.
Let them do it though. The stuff that we are focusing on is dumb. Like who cares about if they get mad at somebody playing in a movie that they didn't produce, that they didn't create, bro? They have no control over it. It's a dumb conversation.
I got a problem with her playing Harriet Tubman because she calling us a cottas. She on the record doing that.
Do you have a problem with Africans playing Black Americans?
Is on record calling us a cottas. How dare you do that?
Look, bro, if y'all want to delineate, bro, do y'all think? My thing is, bro, y'all need to focus more on bringing functional solutions for your actual community than worrying about other people infiltrating.
Ain't nobody delineating.
And if that's y'all focus, then y'all do what y'all do. People trying to convince them to try to identify with Africa, they're not gonna do it. They clearly have a disdain for African culture, regardless. So
you in the wrong algorithm. I'm gonna tell you why. We watch a battle right now that we fighting on top of this African shit. Because we got
just trying to create a purified group by excluding anyone who's Black and came to the United States after a certain date.
Right now, we got Fox News lying, a blatant lie. Right now, as I make this video, as we on this camera right now, we got Fox News lying on camera, acting like they don't see that white man hit the Black man first. They acting like that these white people in my state of Ohio, down there in Cincinnati, just got jumped on for no reason. We fighting that battle on top of this African battle. And we got people like Dynasty starting spaces like this.
No, but I'm talking about creating functional systems. Creating functional systems for the youth of the FBA, which is going to be your future.
FBA delineate if that's what FBA wants to do. I don't know too many FBA. I don't know too many people that walk around calling themselves FBA, but I see some online, and you got to let FBA.
You at the beginning right now.
What FBA gonna do?
You at the beginning.
They got the right to do to delineate.
Yeah, you just got to let FBA be FBA.
Just let them do them.
Notice this.
Vovo, you FBA, bro. You got our blessing, brother. You got our blessing.
I've been saying it. I don't care. Let them do what they do.
Man, y'all are not Black Americans. Y'all are delineated from Black.
Oh, that's y'all flag.
That's y'all. That's y'all all over there. Y'all not FBA.
We need y'all help. Actually,
let me see the flag again. Let me see. Hold on, and let me stop laughing. Hold on, because this. Let me see.
Look at
the fist. What the fist mean?
That's supposed to be the date. The 1526.
You already know what the fist mean. When you see this, everybody trying to steal this money.
You sound like that's appropriate. But that's appropriate. But let me see the start. Let me see. Explain it. So break it down, man.
Tariq get paid every time you wave that damn flag.
Vovo, break it down, bro. Hold on. Educate us. Let's see the flag, man.
Educated you.
We got to start.
This ain't no education.
No. I want to see it. I want to see what the symbols mean.
You already seen
that flag ain't nothing but a Tariq.
Okay, what the blue stand for? What's the blue?
The blue stand for your mama.
Come on, bro. Why you got to do that?
I'm telling you what it stands for.
Okay. That's what you got.
You are childish, brother.
What's that signify?
I'm just as childish as you are.
He wasn't trying to be facetious. He asking you a question.
I'm serious though. That's my first time seeing that flag, bro.
Fuck out of here. We gotta fall multiple. We unbelievable that Africans Africans will come to this country.
What is that? 1526.
Yeah, I don't really care, bro. Do y'all, bro?
It's unbelievable.
Hey, no, Vovo, that was my first time seeing that flag ever, dog.
No, it ain't.
What's the stars?
Goddamn lie. You're not about to
I
ask
promise.
bad faith. You seen
I
it.
promise you.
Wouldn't be having this conversation right now. You
can learn bad.
No, that I'm telling you. You listen, bro. You just showed me something I ain't never seen before.
We in the Pan-Africanist space, right?
What's the star? I've never seen that flag before.
So the flag
What's the stars?
Country.
Yeah, we can tell you what the red, black, and the green stands for. What does that stand for?
When y'all start flying the red, black, and the green? My grandma.
What the stars mean? What does the stars mean?
What y'all know everything. Y'all already know. You're not about
what is your flag?
You're not about to waste my time.
What is your flag mean?
Man, they flag is a bootleg American flag with a fist on it.
It's a bootleg American
look
flag.
like
It's on it. Yeah, that's what it is. This thing ain't going backwards, fellas.
What is the color?
No, bro. Look, bro. If this delineation makes y'all start actually creating systems and institutions for the young black people, bro, I don't have nothing towards it, bro. Nothing bad against it, bro. Do y'all, bro?
It's been
And what's the qualifications to be FBA? Again,
I got you right here.
No, that's what I know that they not
what's the
finna do.
qualification?
It's been around for 5 years and I ain't do nothing.
They not finna do nothing. That's the thing. That's why I don't care.
5 years. This thing didn't just start. What y'all ain't
You finna pull it up?
What's the qualifications?
Put up the flag again.
If you can't trace your lineage back to the 1870s,
show the flag and explain.
Black or Negro, you're not us.
Wait. If you can't trace your lineage to,
stop playing dumb, bro. You like
I'm not. I'm dead ass serious, man.
Yeah, no, you want attention.
I promise you. I didn't hear you.
All right, it is a lot of people talking.
He's in Nigeria.
Yeah. All right.
Igbo land.
If you can't trace your lineage back to the 1870 United States Census and it say black or Negro, you are not FBA.
Okay. Gotcha.
We ain't gotta go complicated. We ain't gotta go into ABOs and all this type of African DNAs and all that. Period. And that's easy to do. That's easy to do, and it's hard to fake. That's what makes it sweet.
And who
what comes other than the flag? Other than the flag, what comes with FBA? What comes with FBA membership?
Yeah.
It ain't no membership. It's just our lineage.
Okay. All right.
Hey, talk about the loyalty provision. Talk about that.
Well, you don't have to be loyal. You can hate FBA.
No. Hold on now. Wait a minute.
I'll give you some people that was.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. According to the website, the official FBA website that Tariq Nasheed owns, by the way.
Yeah, you read it. Yeah,
if you're half FBA, I've done my research. If you're half FBA, you are not FBA if you are not loyal out of loyalty. Who decides the loyalty?
That ain't true.
Yeah, that's subjective.
I'm about to tell y'all.
Oh man, this sounds like a cult to me. So who's your leader? Who's your leader?
That is on the official FBA website.
Read it for yourself.
That's on the. That is
arguing that bad faith. That man right there is obsessed with Tariq. He's obsessed with Tariq. That's unhealthy, man. That's unhealthy to be obsessed with a man like that.
He's FBA daddy. He's your daddy. He's your daddy, bro. You regurgitate all
Wait.
That's unhealthy.
Wait, man. You gotta be loyal. You gotta be loyal.
That's unhealthy. That's unhealthy to be obsessed with a man like that.
No, but what are you being loyal to? Is there a constitution?
You got to be loyal to the cause, the FBA cause, or whatever.
And what's that?
It's very vague.
FBA call.
What's the call?
You got to log into Twitter and YouTube at least twice a day. That's the loyalty.
They begging us. They beg.
No. Let me ask Vovo because he's FBA. FBA. Vovo.
Get off your knees.
No, you gotta be loyal to FBA business.
Get off your knees, African. Be a strong.
No. What does it mean to be loyal?
Be a strong loyal to FBA. Get off your knees, Dion. Dion, get off your knees and stop begging. And stop begging us. You already done begged
this man.
I think everybody gave you your blessing.
Get off your knees and stop begging, Dion.
I know Tariq can be proud of
a strong African warrior like you. Get off your knees.
So are you
No,
being
but
loyal? You not if
but
you're
Bobo,
not
are you
loyal,
loyal to FBA?
that's what we want to
I'm
know.
loyal to my lineage. You not loyal to Africa.
What does it mean to be loyal to your
Ran
lineage?
away because you went ahead and ran away, and now you're in a foreign land questioning us about us. Now you're in a foreign land obsessed with us.
So
What does it mean to be loyal to your lineage?
Exactly. Answer the question.
See, I think we talk past each other too much. We don't be having an
What does it
understanding.
mean?
Be
Be loyal to your lineage.
Listen. I think because Vovo is taking a minority position right now, so I think we ought to listen to Vovo and understand where he's coming from and his position.
Exactly.
Y'all
No, I understand where he's coming from,
You
though.
asked him some. You
Can you
asked
be
him some
loyal to
I
common
just think
But the
You
thing
been
with
asking
their tactics are illogical, but I
Bobo,
What does it
understand
mean
where
to
they're
be
coming
loyal?
from.
Bobo, stop talking over.
Bobo's a
Let
big,
people talk.
a big fan of Tariq Nasheed. That's what I think. I think
You're
he a big
obsessed with
fan.
Tyreek, man. He obsessed with
No, Vovo. What does it mean to be loyal to your lineage?
To your lineage, yeah.
You like
Explain
one
to
of
us,
Tyreek.
No, Vovo. What does it mean to be loyal to your lineage?
Fight for your lineage.
Like what?
Preserve your history.
Define fight, though.
Respect your ancestors. Preserve their fight. What they
African does though.
in your country.
So-
say it all out there.
So who decides whether that's loyalty or not? Who decides that? Who decides whether or not that's loyalty?
Well, we know what loyalty is. What do you mean? Who decides?
That's
How do we know
subjective,
what
though.
loyalty is? Who
You got
decides
another
that?
man picture as your profile picture. I'm
decides
not
that?
really.
Now, do y'all have? Is there a pledge? Is there a pledge of
All you
allegiance?
got? Is that all you got? Who decides the loyalty, Bobo? Who decides it? Who decides whether or not you loyal or not? Answer the question.
Your mama.
Okay,
Yeah,
is there a
we
pledge?
already know that's all you can do. We know that's all you can do. We know you ain't got no real talking
decides it.
points.
That's cool.
We know
Your
we know you don't really know the answer to nothing. All you're really doing is parroting another man. That's all you're really doing. Can't defend your arguments at
What's
all.
wrong with it?
Sounding ignorant as hell.
All
Don't
right,
know
man.
what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, hold on.
Hey, is there an oath or a pledge?
Yep, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, one nation under God.
Yeah, I bet you would
Well,
pledge
see,
allegiance to
now
the European
we
flag.
got to the
All
crux
I
of
bet you
it.
would. I bet you would.
Y'all are just black
would.
white nationalists, bro.
Really?
Who made
That's
that
really what
flag?
it is.
Hey,
In blackface, white,
Y'all are black
Yeah,
white
you just
nationalists.
just the vanguards of
Jamie Texas don't work. Jamie Texas don't work no more. That shit over.
No, I'm not trying to shame you, buddy. You just named the president. You just named the Pledge of Allegiance as your oath, bro. That's crazy.
It is just it's kind of like a layer of nationalism, though. It is kind of like a layer of white nationalism.
It is.
I thought y'all.
It's just a way of having white nationalism while including yourself in white nationalism.
Facts.
Hey,
That's all it is.
it's not even a layer. It is in its pure form white nationalism. Their main objective is immigration, which is
It's like we need to be a part of white nationalism, so let's create
right. But that's
a
a concern
group.
of white racist people. They don't want black people coming into the country because
We're
they're
not
fear
white,
of being a
so
minority. So they're pretty much taking on the ideologies of their white masses. That's literally what they're doing. White people are
Right,
worried about
exactly.
immigration.
They want to be white adjacent as much as possible. And they can't
but
be.
of course their skin won't allow them to do it. So to circumvent that,
exactly.
we're just gonna say FBA.
Let me tell you this though, right? I know y'all want to troll.
Uncle
We
Ruckus,
want to
they got
separate from white people. We don't want to be. We don't care about no white folks. We talking about y'all.
Y'all kiss me out. Y'all try to be like white people. Y'all want to be nationalists. Y'all know good and damn well that the United States is a European country.
There's nothing wrong with being a nationalist. You just using words.
Yeah, but when you excluding people based on their genealogy or their genetics or their race,
you want to be a white.
Listen,
I'm excluded.
American citizens are American citizens.
I'm excluded from being a Nigerian.
So why exclude other American citizens because they weren't here? Their ancestors weren't here when yours were. That's when it's a problem.
Especially when the president is a descendant of immigrants. His whole cabinet is full of immigrants. 100%. Right? They ain't got no problem with them. They ain't got no problem with them. No, they cool. They cool. They only got a problem with black people that are immigrants.
We know what we know is
That's a good point.
Y'all on the wrong side of history. Y'all gonna look
No, bro, you on the wrong
once we
side of
pull this
history.
up,
You can't defend your
we ain't
arguments
never
at
been on the
all.
wrong side of history. That's why we got all the motion.
Nah, you on the
That's why
wrong
y'all
side,
begging
my
us.
boy. You on the
Y'all ain't
wrong
begging the
side.
Fijis.
You defending you defending white racist
Go beg the
nationalism.
Fijis to be
That's what you're
African.
defending.
Y'all ain't no motion over there. All the
We
motion
know,
is over
we
here.
know why white people
We
don't
got
want
all the
black people
motion,
over
baby.
here. But why do black people not want black people over here?
We
That's
got all
what
the
we want to
motion.
know.
We got all the motion.
What emotion? What emotion?
Why you want to
Describe
be
the
over here?
emotion.
Why you don't want
What
to be in
emotion?
Africa? Why you don't want to be in Africa?
What motion though?
What motion, bro?
What do you mean?
Because you see black people doing stuff, you automatically assume that they're FBA. But some of those black folks that you see with motion might not be FBA, brother.
If they start,
you know that you know that African immigrants, Caribbean immigrants, they immigrate to other European countries like Canada, the UK, France. Okay, so
Canada.
this ain't the only country that people immigrate to.
But we ain't talking about them.
So why
Black
everybody don't try to
Americans
come
don't
here while they
immigrate
go to other
nowhere.
European countries?
Black Americans don't immigrate nowhere.
That's not
true. Hold on, real fast.
If you go to
Don is
YouTube
setting
right
up
now,
trips right
if
now
you
to
go to
take y'all
YouTube
back
right
to
now
Africa.
and you type
Don is
in,
about to bring
if
his
you go
ass
to
right
YouTube
back
right
to
now
Atlanta.
and type
Don
in
is about to bring his
moves to
ass right
United
back to
States
Atlanta.
to Ghana or whatever, you're gonna find a bunch of Africans. You're gonna find a bunch of black Americans relocating to the continent. You
I
the
mean,
only
no, but what
people.
he's saying as
You
far as
FBA
black
niggas are the
people
only people
immigrating to other
talking that.
places,
No, you don't.
that's true, but that's just American culture.
No, you don't.
Americans really don't leave because our society imbues in us that this is the best country. So
A lot of hold on. A lot of people leave. You can go to YouTube right now and type this in and look, and you'll see.
nah, but
You'll see
if we're
thousands of videos
being
of people
honest,
leave.
I'm talking about the specific demographic that he's talking to, black Americans. Most black Americans don't travel or leave the country. Like that's just not true. In terms of moving,
but you can say the same thing about every
Well,
country. Most people in every
yeah.
country do not leave the country.
No, I
They
agree with
stay in the
that.
country.
It is plenty of black Americans where I live. I'm not in America. I'm not in America.
No, I'm not again, brother. I'm not saying that there's not. If you go to the majority of the numbers, most black people have no intentions of leaving America. But that's not,
true.
and I'm not
That's true.
saying I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm saying the culture of American exceptionalism has it to where they're not going to look to any other place.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. But listen, that's not the full story, and that's the issue
No,
with the
I
FBA
agree.
people.
It's never I don't
tell
speak
the
in
full
absolutes.
story.
It's always anecdotal and small.
But real talk,
outliers.
Vovo, you're not opposed to other groups though. You're
I want to
not
give y'all
opposed.
an example that we all can see. Right now, we got to carry these people out of the country, kicking and screaming. They got to do alligator, Alcatraz, and all that. Ain't nobody trying to leave America. Period.
But you're not opposed to other
because of
groups though,
access to
Vovo,
capital
right?
though.
Ain't nobody leaving this shit.
It's because
Vovo,
of
you're not
access to
opposed to other
capital.
groups, right?
It's plenty of white people.
I mean, it doesn't mean you're opposed. You're not opposed to other people, other groups being here. Other people who aren't.
I'm opposed to everybody being here now. If y'all come to this country, listen to what y'all did.
No, I'm saying if they're not FBA,
tap dancing for real.
Listen, I'm talking about all of them. You come to this country and disrespect us, that's unforgivable to me.
So that's an individual basis, though, right?
No, I'm talking about the culture.
No, you're talking about individuals who disrespect. So you saying if one Nigerian has a problem or disrespects you got a problem with all Nigerians?
It ain't just one though. It's the culture of.
Okay, let's say 10.
Wait a minute. Where is the FBA people?
If it was only 10,
these people that say.
Do you have any Nigerian friends?
Fuck no.
Vovo, what is worse?
Where's the proof? Where's the proof?
Do you have any African friends?
On the internet where we're talking on right
Yeah,
now.
it's definitely anecdotal.
Bring the proof. Bring the proof.
I like to use examples that we all can see.
Have you ever been disrespected by an African?
We all can see.
Yeah.
Where's the example?
What happened, man?
Where's the example?
Listen, whether I tell you the story or not, you don't know.
No, what happened, man? I think we need to understand you, bro.
I can give you an example.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Example. Where's the evidence so we can see it? Not
He finna tell us. He finna tell us his story.
Shut up. These people dumb. Go to Tariq Nasheed page. He's got a video from Volvo Ranch of an African coming to my house. It's like 2023. No, maybe like 2020.
Why don't you have a video of Volvo Ranch?
He said, hold on.
Where you think he got it?
Hold on.
Okay,
Listen to him. No, what happened? Bro, hey, y'all gotta listen to people sometimes.
Yeah, let him finish. Y'all keep interrupting.
Especially people that don't agree with you.
The shit
Go ahead.
went viral. It went viral. African.
Show us the video.
He came to your house and did what though?
Just watch the video.
No,
come on, man. Just tell us, because we ain't finna watch it right now.
Please show the video.
My front porch. That's just an example that we all.
He came to your front porch and did what?
Listen, just watch the video.
Hey, let me pass. I gotta pass Mike to 1,000% principle. I gotta pass Mike to 1,000%. Go 1,000%. Then I'll pass to Leon to close out.
Yeah, I hopped up to ask a question, man. Volvo Ranch, when is the delineation gonna happen, man? Y'all talking about it for 5 years. Who's stopping you? Who's blocking you, bro?
Yeah, nobody blocking us. It's
Yes,
already
I
happening.
don't understand, man. Like,
You
if you
do
really,
understand. You do.
I don't. Who's stopping you from marrying your own women? Who's stopping you from doing that? Nobody. Who's stopping you from opening your own businesses?
It's
Nobody.
already in.
Right?
That's why you
Who's
came up
stopping you from owning your own supermarkets and hair shops? Nobody. Banks? Nobody. Marrying your own women? Nobody.
Who's stopping you? Nobody.
You talking about delineation? So when is the? I want to know the date, man, because you got me excited, bro. I'm excited, man. That y'all leave the FBA types is leaving.
The mayor look like you. The president look like
Your
you.
government is actively trying to destabilize his homeland. What are you talking about? It has been for centuries.
Bro. The white embassies everywhere, man. American embassies all over.
These people they can't build a road. There's no government telling these people they can't build a road.
Bro, you just don't know what you're talking about, bro. Haiti is one of when it comes to U.S. foreign policy, they've been affected the worst by any other country.
We don't
Hemisphere.
complain about delineation though. You never hear that from my mouth. If we love ourselves, we marry our own women. We don't got no problem with that.
All right,
so why you guys ain't doing that? Why y'all nagging all day online?
What? Who's nagging all day? Y'all
FBA types, y'all FBA types, man.
Whatever we're doing, you shouldn't.
We want a date. No. When you come back, we need a date.
Why are you worried about it?
We need a date, man. I'm gonna throw an FBA get out party and everything in my city, man.
You need to heal
We need a date, man.
Go to Africa, take a woman there, and you're gonna be healed.
Nah, if he really proud to be FBA, go marry a woman. There's a bunch of them. They're beautiful out there.
Right.
Some of them are single. Go marry a woman. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's blocking you from doing nothing you talking about. A Haitian, we talk about Zoe love. We marry our own women, bro. We don't have we're not complaining and nagging all over on the web like y'all people.
You're not here. You need some healness because it thinks something doesn't go wrong right in your.
I need some therapy.
Mind.
You finna show off. Here you go.
I love you. All right.
And plus, Volvo,
are you married?
When you talking about the hair earlier,
that was your mama right there. That was your mama.
I feel bad for her. I feel bad that she's reducing herself to such an idiot.
Strong black man. Strong black man.
No, you are strong. You are strong just physically. Like your mind.
You ran from your country, coward. We don't want to hear nothing you gotta say.
Your mind's broken.
Where you at? I'm about to get ice over there. I need ice
your mind.
to get your paperwork.
He think he's so clever, bro. All he doing is regarding.
Hold on, I got another question for Volvo because he was telling revisionist history. Pre 1970. Pre-1970, a bunch of African Americans was perming their hair. So when did you guys have a braiding shop? Pre-1970s, Volvo. Oh, he did.
I got one for you. This example that we all can see.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. Who you think part of Black American culture, the Black American pimp? Where you think he used to go? He used to go to the hair shop.
The pimp,
bro. This shows how dysfunctional y'all's quote unquote culture is.
Black culture.
That's crazy. This man used an example of somebody that's exploiting his own women
Pimps are not
in order
exclusive
not
to
to
black
work
people,
to get
bro.
money, bro. Y'all are despicable, bro. Real talk. Y'all an embarrassment to black people.
Y'all better than us. Go be better than us. That's
Why
what
you
we
claiming
said.
the pimps
No,
as
but
a part
he
of
didn't
Yeah,
answer.
that's
He
what I'm
didn't answer
saying.
my
Like,
question.
That's an example that we
A lot
always
of pimps
now.
even they have
Who was in
perms.
there?
But
Who was
that's
in there?
Black
It wasn't
American
just a pimp
culture.
shop.
He's claiming that
It
as
was
culture.
You
a
said braiding shops,
everybody
bro,
went to
not
go
just
get
hair
their hair done.
shops. We talking about perm. A lot of
I
y'all,
think you should
Malcolm X
understand that
had
Vovo is
perms.
not normal.
Al Sharpton had perms. James Brown had perms.
Yeah.
Madison C.J. Walker used to sell a lot of perm
The
kits.
reason why
So where was your
braiding
braiding shops?
Listen, the reason why Africans have braiding shops is because they're not familiar with the community. So they
No. Look at old school
if
pictures,
I could
man.
just get it off, if I could just get
All right, go ahead.
question, that's how you know you're asking in bad faith. The reason because they're not familiar with the. I live down the street from an African braiding shop.
And what it say? African on the billboard on the sign.
It's African braiding shop.
You know why it says that? You know why it says that?
Hold on, wait, listen.
Because it's market. That's good for marketing. You know why it's good for marketing? Because African braiding was in high demand, right?
Exactly.
So they ensure that they put African on there because they know it's in high. It has been in high demand.
Make sure that they delineate.
No, it's because they know people were seeking, particularly African braiders, for a while. That was the thing.
They were cheap. Because they were cheap.
Whatever the reason was.
I gotta read these super chats. We gotta close out. Big Bad Rascal for the $5 holla. Native Americans already gave Black Americans that they enslaved reparations. LL, thank you $5 holla. America is Babylon to immigrants until they have to go home and then they are crying. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.
Peace.
God bless.